All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright.
Good luck.
I know a place on the edge of the red light district where we can lay low, but my hands are all messed up, so you better drive, brother.
Okay, this is GTA 3 bingo.
It is.
Double bingo. And, let's see here. That means they have to complete 2 rows. It could be 2 diagonal rows, 2 horizontal rows, or 2 vertical rows, or any combination. And 1 second here.
So we can see like Menno is just playing as quickly as possible, while the other two, I guess, were sitting in the cutscene for a bit and looking at the bingo sheet. Because none of the runners saw the goals before we started, so it should all be a surprise to them, and they'll all have to try and make a route as quickly as possible. Yeah, and Pitbo is spamming the link to the the bingo sheet in the chat. So if you want to know what any of these goals mean, you click on that link, and it will you will have a big list. You can click on each one, and it will explain it a little bit. I don't know shit about this game, so I'm probably not going to understand any of it, but I'm going to try my best.
You know, and even just reading the names of these, I can't really tell what some of them are, so some of these are really new to me.
Yeah.
And diagonal rows, that doesn't mean you could start with, like, Watch Mojo Presents going down to jump, then to come to daddy, and then to car server, or saver, whatever that says. It needs to be 5. You have to complete 5 in a diagonal row.
And I really hope we see the Mr. Whoopi saver. That was a really down to the wire one last year, so I'm really hoping we can see that one again.
Joe, you run this game, right?
Yeah, once upon a time, maybe.
All right, you're the most experienced person here. Can you?
I'm on again, off again with this game.
All right, okay. Well, what we should do is we should look at the bingo sheets and try and see what we would do for if we were doing this in the race, so we can try and predict what other people are going to do. The thing is, me looking at it, I don't know what the fuck.
Well, row 1, new Adito. That I know what that goal entails.
Well, of course.
When you pick up the 5 or 6 packages, you have to use a replay. So you would start the replay to save one. Eventually, you would start, however that works. You start one, and then you travel the route through the water that the packages will end. The route will hit where all the packages will end up, and then you'll end that replay. And later on, like on land or on water, it doesn't really matter. You'll play the replay once the packages have all been dropped. And if you've lined it up correctly in the replay, you'll pick them all up in that replay.
Jesus Christ.
And
you only get like 30 seconds for a replay, right? So you didn't have enough time to just walk around. Yeah, I think it's 30 seconds. So you can't just like step on every pixel and hope you get it. You'd have to be somewhat precise.
Yeah, you have to hope that there isn't the water's not choppy when you're playing the replay.
Yeah.
If it's storming, it's probably not going to work. That's the way I've come to learn it, I guess.
I would say, just looking over it, it seems like the center row would probably be the easiest, but I'm not too sure. Hope for no rain. That seems like a goal that's you'd have to be pretty confident, I guess, in your skills.
Yeah, mansion to mansion looks easy. It just would be. It looks like it's a time-consuming one. You're traveling a long distance on foot, running but not sprinting.
All right, to answer some of the questions in the chat, yeah, Menno didn't watch the cutscenes because he wanted to he didn't want to plan right at the start. Bosz is just standing still at the very beginning of the game because he must be planning. But yeah, Menno stood still for a little bit in a random spot while he planned, and so did PowerSlave. And I don't think can go over estimate overcaller because we're gonna end it when we get to 2.5 hours, and whoever has the most wins.
Yeah, the way this works, these 3 runners, they were given the bingo card ahead of time, just shortly before we started, and they revealed the bingo card they revealed it for the first time when the timer began.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they had no idea what any of the goals were before we started. So they're all planning now, I guess.
And they all have the same bingo card. Exactly the same card. Well, quickly here, I mean, I'm sure somebody, Pitpo, I guess, will be marking. As long as he catches them completing.
Oh, I know what I'm gonna
goals.
do.
I guess that's who's marking the bingo
Don't
card.
know how.
I don't
Have
even
to.
know that well.
So, yeah, quickly going over these. Mansion to mansion. Run and jump your way to Sal's mansion from Catalina's mansion. And if you die, you have to start from the starting point again. That looks easy. See, I feel right away, I feel this first row may be a good one, but I don't know. I don't have a good idea of how long it takes to get to some of these things. The goals may seem easy to me. I've heard a lot about them, so I know that they might be somewhat easy, but it might be time-consuming getting to the point where you can complete some of these.
And well, the tricky thing, especially about mansion to mansion, is that you would think, like, well, there's got to be some creative, maybe mega jumps you could do that would shorten the length of that. But I think the real problem is going from Staunton into Portland, and without dying. That's a pretty far way to go. And then if you screw up a mega jump, like if you wanted to take this goal on before you even had the islands unlocked, it's kind of a big risk to go for. Because if you do die, then you just wasted a bunch of time.
Tortoise versus Hare, complete Turismo. That's a race where you're racing some. What kind of cars are you racing?
That's typically the sports cars, but they're very, very bad at driving. So, and it's a pretty short mission, and it unlocks really early in the game. So, I mean, I think I would take a stab at that one.
Yeah. Again, that's another. It's pretty easy for row 1.
Yeah.
I feel like this next one, no checkpoints for you. That also seems pretty easy. And I'm somebody who has never ran this game. I remember this mission from watching, and it seems like collecting 10 or completing more than 10 checkpoints in that. I imagine that's not very hard. Maybe it really is hard. But
It's really not. All it really requires is that you know the pattern for the checkpoints. If any of them have done a speedrun of all missions, then they should know the pattern, and it shouldn't really be a problem.
Imagine duping.
how long would it take to reach Bling Bling Scramble?
It's really easy. That's pretty much the very first. It unlocks as soon
actually.
as you kill Sal, so you pretty much have to do Portland.
So go
But,
there, you only do late game, but
Yeah, that's actually, compared to some of these other ones, like Perfect Drive, getting all the way to Rig to Blow, Bling Bling Scramble's fairly early in the overall game.
Stunt flying. Do all USJs in shoreside with only the dodo.
Yeah. That sounds like a laugh. I really hope someone does that.
I can see now why row 1, how row 1 was planned out. Those first few, New Adito it does seem pretty difficult, but the next 3, they don't seem all that difficult to me. But now stunt flying, that does seem somewhat difficult.
when are rupees common?
That one could be
I know
annoying,
at some
like
point in
if
the
you
game
have
they
to
start
keep getting
spawning non-stop.
dodos. I think probably the hardest jumps to do in shoreside with the dodo would be the 2 that come out of
Well, not
the
non-stop,
bait area, if you know the mission bait. there's
spawn
2 jumps
quite a
that come
bit
out of there, and there's really
sometimes.
like no runway.
I have a
So that
strat
means
for
you would
that
already
goal,
have to be
but
flying overhead and land in the correct spot to get it.
I don't know if it worked.
But other than that, most of the shoreside jumps are at the airport and could be done pretty quick.
Yeah, Overcall is asking Joe if you can explain the I can't shoot goal, because I'm reading that and I can't imagine a way you could do it. Where so you have to complete a rampage without firing a weapon, excluding the run over rampages, the ones with a car, I guess. How would you do that?
I guess you would use
I already
replays. I don't
messed
know.
up, though.
I guess that's what they're intending for you to do.
I
Is
should have gotten the enforcer
you would
from
pick
the
up a rampage that is to destroy all vehicles. And it's like a strat that you probably saw in the all rampages
for the
run,
list.
where you basically capture a replay of cars exploding, and then you just play back the replay, and you get
The
credit for those
super
cars
list.
exploding.
The sports car list, I mean.
The Strasser one? Or the...
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, probably gonna do that.
Easiest one.
Stunt flying. Now, when you complete USJs with the dodo's the plane with the
I thought emergency was
The
a bit
wings
faster
of the-
because,
the
you
wings have
know,
been cut
less
off.
cars, but then again, getting the tank is the hard part.
midpoint.
And an FBI
So
Cup.
flying the dodo isn't very difficult for an experienced runner.
No,
But,
and all three of these guys, they should have fair enough experience with it.
I died on mega jump.
Sorry, what?
and
Died
can
on
you
mega
get a
jump.
dodo?
Alright.
Can you get the dodo before you unlock shore set?
You can. It actually spawns at the helipad at the airport, which is in the back far corner. There's one that will always spawn over there, and then the one that you usually see in like any percent runs that is in the hangar. That doesn't unlock until you complete Grand Theft Arrow, I believe, or you have to unlock Grand Theft Arrow, essentially unlocking the third island in order for that dodo to spawn. And one goal I'm going to be interested. I'm kind of surprised none of them have gone for it yet, unless they just don't see it. Is the jump to jump goal? This is actually the goal I submitted, which is to do 5 mega jumps in a row without dying. And there's actually a really big cheese way to do this, and it's actually probably the simplest goal up there. But just kind of what I'm expecting is that they're going to be so wanting to go fast that they're going to overthink it a little too much. So I'm gonna see if anyone goes for it.
What is Bosz doing right now? He just super jumped
Are you
over to the
actually
other
not
island.
duping?
No.
Okay. I'm not duping 3 vans either. Or
Well, that
TNT
was
or
one
anything after my
mega
clips,
jump. There's
probably.
a second. Is he going for that goal?
Doesn't look like it. I mean, would you call this in a row? Like, he's in a car now.
Oh, he has to jump from the. I guess that's what you mean. When you land the mega jump, you can't move. You have to jump from that position
Right.
into the next mega jump. Okay. So he's not.
And there's actually a really easy way to do it. I'd be kind of curious if anyone in chat can think of it, because I don't want to give it away. It's so simple. It's kind of dumb.
All right, I think we should avoid giving it away. Somebody may leak that. Oh, we skipped one. Watch Mojo presents. I saw a Disick planning this one. No, actually, it was on Bomb the Base Act 2, but it wasn't. This wasn't actually the goal at the time. This goal is complete Bomb the Base 2 Act 2 with the pistol only. I don't know, that doesn't seem that difficult.
I guess the hardest part is just staying ahead of 8-Ball, because I don't know. I think you could make it if you just armor up. You could do it, but I just wonder how fast they would kill 8-Ball and then you just fail.
Yeah, I saw a Disick. He was trying to. He was testing to see if this goal would work, and the goal was if it would be possible, and it was. I got to think about this now. It's been a little while. It was on the boat, and it involved killing everybody with a flamethrower, I think. Or maybe I'm wrong about that. Odysseus isn't here. Maybe somebody else knows what he was trying to do there.
So I'm not sure what Bosz is doing. It looks like Menno and PowerSlave are just doing missions, just to unlock stuff. But Bosz is on the
Don't even
last
know what the
island
cars
of the
you need
game.
for that.
I have no
I
idea what
think-
he's planning.
Yeah, and that's actually
I'm
pretty
gonna
interesting
check.
too. Because my main thing that I would want to do is do the exact opposite of what Bosz is doing. I would just want to unlock missions and
Yeah.
kind of progress as far in the game. It looks like he might be going for some of the odd goals, but it's kind of interesting that he's going the complete opposite method than the other two.
Doing export or something?
That could be it, actually. Looks
Yeah,
like that's what he's going for.
yeah,
And the shoreside export is actually you could get it done in about 10 minutes maybe.
All right. This
Car
looks like what
saver.
he's doing.
Row 5, column 4 is car saver, and that's complete any export list.
Yeah, that's what he's going for.
And the good thing about the shoreside garage, like the Portland garage, has a bunch of very special vehicles that you can only get in
My
kind of
memory's
certain
really
areas.
bad.
But the shoreside garage, all of these cars spawn in the vicinity of the garage. So like you're gonna see him, he's gonna be coming out of the garage and already having the next car there, and you can actually block traffic and line up like 3 or 4 cars that you need. So this garage is actually pretty quick.
Yeah, he's got like 3 vehicles just from right outside so far. Pitpo, if you can, I don't know if you're using the same thing or not, but can you mark Boz's car saver as like a light green to show that he's planning it?
Yeah, I think that's how the bingo board works. You
When's the
click it
BF
once or
injection
something,
unlocked again?
turns like green, click it twice, you click it again.
I have to say another
the
sort
third time is blacked out green,
Yeah. There's like, yeah,
and that will show it's not possible to complete that. So yeah,
Yeah.
if you see one that's really dark, almost dark gray, that will indicate that goal is no longer possible.
So I guess in the chat was mentioned BF injection is probably the one vehicle on the shoreside list that is special circumstance, but also that car unlocks again as soon as you kill Salvatore. So he's gonna have to go through Portland regardless, but he's probably gonna have to go through Portland to get some of these other goals done. But the BF injection will be the one car that is kind of the exclusion from the rest of the shoreside garage.
Alright, Boz has taken the dodo. I don't know if he's planning to just fly back with it or he's going to do the stunt jumps or something. But yeah, since he's doing car saver, you can imagine that, just from logic, that he'd be doing the vertical line up from it as well as the horizontal line across, just so you do one less goal, but obviously bingo's not quite that simple. Still can't tell what the other two are doing, they're just doing missions, I think. Oh no,
So
no,
it looks like
PowerSlave.
PowerSlave is taking a Trash Master.
Yep.
He could be going for the Portland garage. That garage will definitely take you. I don't know if it will take you longer. It really comes down to the vehicle RNG of Portland, grabbing flatbeds and some of the rarer stuff.
Boss might be doing fly under bridges, fly under all the bridges, and then parentheses, water is below the bridge, 4 bridges in total.
Okay, so why does it say water is below the bridge? Can you like do an undrowning glitch?
That, I think he means you have to fly under the bridges where there are bridges over water.
Oh, okay. I was expecting them to like, well, maybe, can you get into blue hell with a dodo? And just fly under it like that, like under the water? That's what it means to me.
But that would be cheating. No cheating allowed. Or is it cheating?
I don't know.
And I
Yeah,
wonder
he-
if
Oh my
one of
god.
the bridges counts as the overpass.
Trying to do the fly
Once
under
failed,
bridges,
he
but I
flew straight into the
fell
water,
right
trying to
into
go
the
onto the
water.
bridge. Oh dear.
This was for later. Well, I flew under 2 bridges.
Yeah, that load
so
screen's
no
kind of killer. But right after that, there's a little like overpass kind of near Asuka's apartment, and I wonder if that counts as a bridge because
I have
that's
a
probably
feeling I'm
going
making
to
bad
be the
decisions
hardest
again.
one to go under if it does.
I don't even know what I'm doing.
This is 4 bridges in total. I don't know how many bridges there are.
Well, there's the one. There's 2. There's one connecting each island. So there's 2, and another one would be the one in front of the dam, or near the dam. I think that goes over some water. What the last one?
Alright, looks like Bosz is just given up with that and switched to doing missions now. So Menno has only been doing missions, so he's quite far ahead in that respect. But Bosz and PowerSlave have a tiny bit of a head start with their car saver goal.
So Menno did complete the taxi. I think I missed it, but I'm pretty sure that's what he did because he's starting Sit Around His Show for the second time? Or he's on it for the second time?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, he insta-passed it.
Okay, yeah.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Right, so IL taxi, LUL, complete
I
taxi
heard
driver.
Mr. Whoopi.
And yeah, you can.
Wow.
So I guess in the goal name, that's what the whole LUL is about. Because if you just read the goal, it says complete taxi driver. That sounds like it would take 45 minutes or whatever. But the Insta Pass, it does give you credit. It's the mission pass, so it's kind of the placement on the card too. It's center. It's almost like the free one, So yeah, why not grab it? And I'd be really interested to see if Menno's going to go for the backwards 3 vans. I'm kind of hoping I see that.
Two in one. That's the name of the goal. 2 in 1. Complete multi-story mayhem and get the USJ at the same time. The message must pop up saying you finished the mission and got the USJ. I feel like I see that. I see people complete that goal all the time when they go for when they go for the multi-story mayhem IL times.
Yeah, and for the longest time I actually thought that was a myth because when I would practice for like 100% runs, I would always have my chat, kind of egging me on to do both at the same time, and I could never get it. I think since then, actually like Pouting It has gotten pretty consistent. I know Ultima Omega is pretty consistent at getting both the jump and the final checkpoint in that mission. But there's a certain way to do it. There's a certain angle you got to take, and you got to kind of regulate your speed a little bit. I haven't practiced it in a long time, but it is totally possible.
Looks like PowerSlave's doing a race. What goal was that? The race is for or something?
Well, he's doing the right mission, but he's not in the perennial. Makes me wonder if there's other. I need to look through the goals to see if there's any other benefit to doing this mission for him.
A revolutionary new way of saving your marriage. We understand how to give with mortgage can take the
one of the goals is complete Kingdom Come.
You'll rediscover romance.
This mission required to do that.
Really not unlocked at this
No,
time.
this would basically, this is the start of one mission strand that really ends nowhere. That's why I'm trying to see here if he has something else in mind.
Overcaller says he's going to collect Mr. Whoopies by doing this.
To look up to. Called new beginnings to
So he's gonna
That could be the case.
Yeah, store 1 Mr. Whoopi in each garage, the bottom left goal. That makes sense. So yeah, there you go. So it looks like he's going for the bottom line, I guess.
And this is what we actually found out last year. During the last GTA marathon, we had this goal, and I think it was Pippo who was so close to finishing, being the only person that finished even with the bingo. and he was getting his last Mr. Whoopi over, and we ran out of time, went over estimate, and that was it. But for the longest time, we were debating on what is the best area in the game in which Mr. Whoopies would spawn, and we actually got down to it, and thanks to Nick, who explained to us that Portland View, which is the small stretch of road in Portland, is actually the best chance of you finding a Mr. Whoopi. So now we know for this year.
Music for the mummy muscles. All day, all night, Liberty City's only 24-hour dump music radio.
And that's the thing too, is because you need one in each garage, and a lot of people can recount, you know, that they see a lot of Mr. Whoopies in certain areas of Shoreside, and you know, we kind of played around with that, but it probably is going to be fastest to just go back to Portland and try to get a Mr. Whoopi and then drive it back over to the other islands, than to hope for good spawns on the other islands.
Okay, so
Hi, Menno's Emperor the Perennial.
yeah.
Ease up the pressure. Slow down your wheels.
See, I saw Odysseus, he planned these goals. I saw him going for this to see if it was possible, and at the time he never completed it.
Oh.
So I don't know if he must have eventually completed it.
That's good. Don't know if the goal is possible.
I would imagine it does take some luck, because these guys, they typically do drive very, very bad, and you just got to get lucky, I guess, and just hope that they screw up way worse than usual.
Say that as one drives into a wall.
Right. And so PSA looks like he's working on this export garage, and I saw him bring the Trash Master earlier and the security car. So the only other cars, I don't know if he already has a flatbed or not. I missed it. But other than that, all he needs is the bus, and that would be considered like the rare cars of the Portland garage.
Oh, Bosz just got busted. I didn't see what happened. The thing is, he might be going for perfect drive, so he maybe did it on purpose. I didn't see it.
My stream has just been dying and getting boosted and doing nothing so far.
My gameplay has been mostly now collecting cars because I found a flatbed, or not a flatbed.
Who's this? I forgot who's
You know, one of the rare cars.
Yeah. Looks like Menno's gonna win.
Yeah, which is great. I mean, and he's already got the one easy goal done.
Trash Master, that was it.
I would imagine if he's going to go for that whole column is actually not that bad. It's just, for instance, perfect drive, rig to blow. That's a very late game mission, so he's gonna be playing through most of the game.
It's the marker.
Yeah, I don't think he'll win now.
Yeah, no, he had a chance. I'm not sure what Bosz is doing right now. Just watching a police officer beat up a pedestrian. Is that a police officer? I can't even see. No, it's just a random fight, but I don't know what he's doing.
He could be reevaluating his goals, maybe seeing what he really wants to go for.
Perhaps. PowerSlave's doing more export list.
And it looks like Menno's going to be going for it again because he hit the paint spray, and he's going to be trying it again. It looks like.
The boss is waiting for the time as they hit 5 a.m.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, to everyone who's complaining about the bingo being complicated, once we get closer to the end, and once we know what all the runners are planning, it gets a bit more watchable. We can actually see who's like close to winning and stuff. Yeah, this early stage when we're all trying to, the runners and us are trying to figure out what to do, it's a bit complicated.
Yeah, and all we could really do. Oh, go ahead, Kyle.
I was just gonna say, you can tell which ones, like on the yellow bingo board, the middle column is all yellow, but if it's a light yellow, that means he's going for those, or he plans. We're expecting the runner. If it's a light color, light green, light yellow, light red, it means we expect them to go for those goals. If it's a darker shade of yellow, green, or red, that means they've completed that goal. And you see on the yellow bingo card on the right, that dark, like a brownish yellow, that means he can no longer complete that goal. I'll explain that again because I saw somebody ask.
Yeah, Menno's going for the Turismo and a perennial second time.
Yeah, and so really just to reiterate, all we can really do is speculate and kind of just guess, because the main thing that you would want to do, and what most bingos, if you haven't watched a GTA bingo before, is you really just want to open up the game and open up the possibilities. And so a lot of these goals, and especially with speedrunning this game for so long, you know that you're pretty much just going to have to like trudge through Portland or the first island. So I think really with the exception of Bosz, that's what they're doing, is just getting through these opening missions to kind of open up some more of these goals to them.
Are there any lines you could finish without doing the missions? Because most of them require a story mission, right?
Do you know if the Uzi spawns before taking out the laundry? Or
I don't think it does.
no?
Yeah, and that's what it looks like, and it's actually a pretty good design. For instance, if you look at the second column from mansion to mansion all the way down to big collector at the end, that's probably the closest it looks like. But then big collector, we have bullion run, which is a very late game mission. So
that's cool. There's a Menno got overtaken again. I don't think he's gonna win. That guy's going pretty fast. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it may be impossible if at least one of the cars doesn't crash.
Oh, he's in the lead again. Oh, he might win. Just needs the guy in front to crash the second time.
I'm guessing it's possible even if the other cars don't crash, or if they only suffer minor crashes if you drive really well. But maybe not. Maybe
Oh, he drove into a wall. I don't know where the finish line is. Oh my god, it's the finish line. I think he's gonna do it.
Yeah, he
did it.
He did.
very nice, very nice. And what's funny is like that actually seems a little more possible in my eyes, because like in 100% runs, you're like you want to look for the import cars. So there will be times where you're in first place and then you see a rare car at the end and you have to jump out and hop in like a really slow Trashmaster and hope that the cars don't catch up. So I don't know. I have faith that you can do it in the perennial, but yeah, you got to be driving pretty good. You can't just be any geek off the street. You got to be handy with the perennial, you know?
Oh yeah, PowerSlave's got the Mr. Whoopi. So I guess he's gonna go store that now. Do you have a garage at the start of the game?
You do. You have like the one, you could fit one car.
Can you even buy safe houses and stuff in this game?
No, this is a little more ancient, I guess.
Okay.
No, they pretty much give you the one hideout per island. As you unlock the island, you get the one hideout. And then the garages do increase. Like in Staunton, or the second island, you can have 2 cars or 3 if you know how to pack them in.
I didn't think the Mr. Whoopi was going to fit then. Oh, he made it in. Alright, yeah, so PowerSlave saved Mr. Whoopi. So I guess PowerSlave's going for the bottom row.
Possible. Either that or those 2 columns.
You need to mark Mr. Whoopi Saver as
I'm not
finished.
sure I want to do
Hippo,
this.
not planned.
I wanna do every goal.
No, he's
Like,
got
I
to
don't
put
wanna be locked
Mr.
out of
Whoopi in
any
each
goal, so I
garage,
wanna do
so
every
he
goal
needs to
that
get
is
one
like
on every
sorted.
island.
Okay,
Yeah,
my
but
bad.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, look, when I first looked
I
at it
was
too, I was like,
thinking of
store
doing that,
one.
but,
I was like, come on, man.
Nature's
Like, we
time.
had store 3, you know, but
I'll
they
probably
just
not
worded it a
finish
bit
in
different this
time.
time.
Alright, my bad.
You gotta put on a show, man.
Oh, who is this guy? He doesn't even know the game. Why is PowerSlave
putting
doing
with
the
better?
I shouldn't do that.
Well, it's actually even better. I like because this is stuff I typically wouldn't explain, so it's good to ask. Because I guarantee chat, you know, not everyone knows. With the bus, I would imagine that he's going to be wanting to take it to the import
My
garage.
theory on Mr. Whoopi's doesn't
The
work.
bus is considered one of the
Fucking hell.
more rare
What was it?
vehicles.
I tried to get one from Ice Cream Uscream, then die.
The Mr.
But it
Whoopi wasn't
despawned
in the garage.
because good game.
I mean, I guess he did store it.
What?
It's just
Oh my
gone
god.
now.
I parked
guess
one on
that
the
counts.
street and it despawned as well.
Yeah,
Or
that's
am I on a wrong street?
that's pretty unfortunate. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh no, it didn't despawn. Never mind.
I'm guessing it's intended.
Well,
Three events.
actually, couldn't you just couldn't you
Yeah, I
take
didn't
one
do
Mr.
that.
Whoopi, drive to one garage, store it, then drive out and drive it to the next garage? So maybe we should say he's gonna put another one in there anyway, so I don't think it matters what we say. How did the garages work in this game? How did it despawn? Did he not park it in enough or something?
I'm sure someone knows the technical answer. I rely on just like
I
black
honestly
magic
doubt
voodoo.
I'm going
If
to
it doesn't
try.
feel right to me, I'll go ahead and repark it. The biggest problem I have is with the Staunton garage, because that's one you actually use in runs where you put vehicles that you're going to need at a much later time, and it's known to happen that they despawn. It could be some of the crazy things that happen when you block doors, when you're driving and parking, or it could just be, it could be anything really.
Alright, so Kyle, you're reversing police, right? Bosz is reversing free vans. You better keep an eye on it, make sure he doesn't accelerate forwards at any point.
Yeah. 1 second here. Let me complete taking out the laundry while driving reverse the entire time. I'll have to be honest with you, I didn't catch the beginning. I'm gonna have to go back and look, make sure he didn't drive forward at any time.
Get the officials on the replay.
So yeah, so what Bosz is trying to do, there's a mission where there's like 3 vans driving around and you have to blow them up, and he's got to do it only
And he's
in
actually
reverse. So, yeah.
he's actually got a pretty great pattern, but now that I'm watching him do this, I'm just thinking, because once he fires a shot, they're gonna take off. They're not gonna want to drive like normal. So it makes me wonder if it's even worth it.
he like reversed in front of it, but he reversed too far back, so he wasn't gonna hit with his gun, and then he realized he can't go forwards to fix it. And he did it again. Oh, he got it. Yeah, shooting these is gonna be so hard. How is he gonna do that?
It's really hard doing this backwards.
Oh my god.
Now once he spooks them, I don't know how he's gonna catch up to them. So this is gonna be. I don't want to say it's impossible, but I'm just wondering, you know. I would think the best way to do it would be to get weapons beforehand and then get out of your car and blow up the trucks, because then you're technically not moving forwards.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think. But trying to back up with an Uzi, this is I want to see how much time he's going to take doing this.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't realize that he can just get out and shoot them.
Well, that's another. We don't know though. Was he meant to only fire from the vehicle?
It doesn't say that. It just says complete taking out the laundry while driving in reverse the entire time. That's it.
I got
We got one van. The van got stuck on a pole and he finished it off.
Well, it does say the entire time. I mean, the mission starts in the car,
I'm gonna fail
and
the
it can
mission
end in the
to get
car
away.
as well. So it says the entire time.
I don't think they
and
can
you
get away.
can't get out.
Right, but he did.
By that
he
logic,
did
he
stop
wouldn't be able to stop either.
Right, and he did stop an ammunition, I believe. But I think even at that point, I think even at that point he ran backwards. I mean, the intended strat to the mission is to go buy the Uzi from ammunition anyway, but my logic, I would have just went ahead and tried to grab like a M16 or something, like a really good gun. Because
even though the creator of the goals isn't commentating, I think the commentators have final say on what we interpret the rules to be in the goals. We'll just go with that.
Yeah, I mean, when he finishes this, I'll give him credit. I mean, it's good enough to watch, you know.
Yeah, I think this is good enough.
Yeah, I'm guessing that he was, you know, Odessa meant that he can get out of the car to shoot because it takes long enough reversing to reach the aim.
Oh, is he going to get the second van?
I saw Mr.
He
Whoopi on the
keeps
street
reversing
and I
too
realized I
far
couldn't
and not
take it
lining
because
up,
I already
and
had
then
one.
he can't fix the angle.
And the one for the expert list, it's better to do the mission.
I haven't seen him accelerate yet.
And what would be interesting is if, like, he's got a wanted level now. If he gets into the situation where a cop's coming up on him, and he has to try to reverse to avoid getting busted, that's gonna be pretty hilarious, especially in these tight little areas.
He got it. He got the second van. One more to go. Alright, while Bosz is reversing to the next van, what are the other two up to?
Yeah, it looks like they're basically following along the main story mission route. Really just kind of getting to the end of Portland, because really as soon as they complete Portland, there's going to be about 3 or 4 goals that are going to open up to them that are just going to be easy to grab. So there's probably going to be not too much happening, and then as soon as they finish Portland, we're going to have to try to scramble to see exactly what's going on all at once.
Okay, Drunken Tea, what you're looking at, the list of goals, it's a bingo sheet. So the runners need to complete 2 lines of goals, and they're not necessarily missions, they're lots of random things. If someone can link the goal in the chat so people can read what each goal means, because the names aren't too descriptive sometimes.
Oh, I just realized I could have just glitched a Mr. Whoopi. I always forget glitching cars as a thing.
Meanwhile, Bosz is still reversing. Oh, he's coming up on the last van. Oh, he was about to block it, but he went too far.
It was pretty great too that the final van was on the opposite side of the island of where he was from the second one, so that's just perfect.
I love just watching him overshoot the reversing each time. It's so hilarious. Oh no, there's a cop car on him. Oh no. Oh, he's gonna drive it into the wall. Oh no, it didn't work. He needs this cop car to just push him so he can catch the third van. Oh no. Okay, he has to abandon that vehicle. There's no hope now. He got it stuck in a corner. Can't accelerate out.
Okay, so it looks like Menno's gonna actually get this big jump goal. He's figured it out. He's figured out the trick here.
Dude, Menno?
Right.
What's the trick?
Oh wait, okay, I didn't count. I didn't count CP to 5, or jump to jump is what I mean.
The last thing is so low now. Fuck.
Because the goal was to do 5 mega jumps in a row. The easy way to do it is to do exactly what Menno just did, is to
it's really hard, you know.
Yeah,
basically pin yourself in between 2 walls and then do a jump and then just turn around and do it another one. You're completely safe from dying that way.
Bosz has to catch up with the last fan, but it's spooked now, so it's driving even faster than before. I don't think he can catch it. He's just going around in circles, trying to decide which route to take.
Another thing he could have done too is he could have just stolen one of the. He could just steal the trucks. You can actually just hijack them before you spook them, and then he could have just like reversed and blown them up that way. I guess.
He got it.
I did it.
Yay! He did it. All right, Mark backwards 3 vans done for Boz. Good stuff. That was pretty impressive.
Yeah, that was.
I switched cars a little, like twice. I hope that still counted.
What is Menno doing?
As long as he didn't go forward, I think it does.
Oh, is it like some guy inside the wall trying to kill him?
Yeah. Well, he wasn't. I don't think he was in the wall. I think he was just really close to the wall.
I wasn't paying attention. I don't know why. Because typically, I mean, if he was just going by a really basic route, he would have a weapon at this point, like the AK, to have reached them. But it looks like it worked out. So.
He flipped the car and then shot the guy that was
Wow,
with him.
barely made it to Curly Boo. That was close.
Yeah, Boss might be doing the Turismo race in the perennial. Did get into one.
It's all about the music.
Alright, it doesn't look like anyone's doing Oh no, Boz is doing the race in a perennial.
We'll see how he does. Because Boss actually went for the IL world record on this mission for at least a couple days, so he should be pretty fine-tuned for this.
Yeah, if anyone's qualified, it's him, I guess.
Oh my god.
But that does mean he's a bit all over the
The
place with
glitch
goals.
to Mr. Whoopi.
Yeah, he is. Now that I'm
Tried to get
looking at
back
the
into
board,
the
it's
taxi,
kind of.
Claude pulled Curly Bob out of the taxi and that failed.
Kind of interested to see what he's going to end up going for.
Good job.
At least I have a Mr. Whoopi now.
Only one?
2.
Alright, well, I guess we're just gonna watch Boz do this, because no one else is doing anything too interesting. Just missions. How long does it take to do Portland? Or the first island, wherever it's called?
Really doesn't take long at all. I mean, roughly. I know the any percent dudes are gonna get mad because they're gonna correct me on exactly what the optimal time would be, but you can estimate it's like less than 30 minutes. Really, it's right around there.
Yeah, they're obviously gonna take a bit longer than that in this run since they're doing all this extra shit and planning and whatnot.
I'm going for as
Boss
many
is in the
goals as
lead at the
possible.
moment. He's about halfway through that
It
race.
would be
I think.
impossible to get all of them. Because
Oh
of
no,
taxi
not quite.
driver, but
Like a third way through.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Instapass counts.
I shouldn't.
Using my vast knowledge
I
of this
didn't do it,
race
so
from the
I'm
one
not
time I
doing
saw
that goal
Menno do
anyway.
it.
Exactly. And as you should know, Josh, it's going to be this hill coming.
Oh,
It's
I
going to be
fucked
the
up
hill.
Curly
It's
Boob running.
going to be the hardest thing because it's where he's going to get overtaken most likely.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
you
the
are.
perennial struggles up the hill. I guess yeah, on these straights you're really screwed. You just want more corners.
Right.
Watching them do this is like watching Fernando Alonso in the current F1 season. It's just a really good driver, but he's in one of the worst cars. It's so sad to watch. There's a real-life sporting reference.
Very nice. And it looks like Menno is going to be wrapping up Blowfish now, which means that he's going to be on really the final mission strand for Portland. I don't know if he's lined up to go for the bomb the base with the pistol,
Oh, I got another Mr.
or if that's
Whoopi.
something he's considered trying.
Nice.
How can you start both
Young
in the Portland
Ayrton
garage?
Senna, yeah. Yeah, Bosz actually won that first time.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
and he
can.
found a Mr. Whoopi too.
Is it tricky?
No, you're just driving.
Yeah, didn't you say Adesic was struggling to do that with the perennial?
Yeah, he did it. I saw him do it about 2 to 3 times. He didn't get it.
Yeah,
Well, I
Bosz
mean,
just-
You're doing a
for
lot of
comparison,
fucking
I'm pretty sure Bosz did
different
get
tricks to
the
get Mr. Whoopies,
IL
and I'm
world
just getting
record.
them with easy spawns.
I mean, not that the race is like super
you
hard or
kinda need
anything,
to
but
glitch them.
he's probably
'cause
practiced it quite a bit.
You can't really get
not in the perennial, of course. But
garages yet with them.
we should highlight the time
And
he
the
just
only
got
trick
in the
I
perennial
tried
and add it to the leaderboard.
Lane didn't work.
Just like with the
Yeah.
cat, just like the variable perennial. What is Bosz doing? He already has a Mr. Whoopi in this garage. Maybe he's just planning to store it for later and he'll drive it to the other garage?
I don't know. I don't think he's gonna be able to fit. I don't think it's possible.
He's giving it a good push, he's going to try it. But the door just won't open. Oh! Maybe.
This isn't working. I can't get it into the garage.
No, it doesn't look like it.
Okay, it's getting in there. It's getting in there. Actually, how am I gonna be able to get into it?
Well, maybe maybe if he burns out
What's
enough
the
and
door
puts it
open?
in
What
like
bit?
sideways or something, or upside down, that works too. Maybe.
I don't think this will work.
Then just push it
Yes,
up.
flatbed.
Petsovernight.com
Or you'd
and
say
Yeah, I
something
can't even
like
get in.
that better,
overnight.
Yeah, but you just need
Yeah,
to
so
store it,
flatbed's one of the
so-
cars that's
In a box.
considered
to
pretty
store it
rare to
in
get
each
in
of the
Portland,
garage.
but it's needed for the Portland garage. So
Yeah,
it
you
looks
need
like
to
he
store
should
one
have
each
just about all
in the
the
garage. So you
quote
need
unquote
three
rare
different Mr.
cars.
Whoopies, I think. I'm not sure.
And then also he's gonna need the Mr.
Well, yeah, but you
Whoopi,
just told
which
me
he
you
has
can
right
store
there.
both in the
Looks,
Portland garage.
and
Oh, no, sorry, I
Dodo.
misunderstood
Dodo's
you.
kind of
Oh
the
my
most
God,
out of the
dude.
way vehicle
I
for
thought
this garage. And he's
gonna
actually
look silly
PSA is
now,
also
honestly.
not that far behind when it
Don't
comes
worry,
to
you always
finishing
do.
I hope
Portland.
they, I hope they can
Almost
hear
near
me.
the end with the story missions here.
Yeah, but
Ooh, here's Menno. Oh, he's
That's
not
what
gonna
I
go
mean,
for
get the
this with the
mic.
pistol.
that works. So I can understand you better.
This might
Just watch
works.
Mojo. Every time I say that,
I mean, yeah, kind of.
watch Mojo.
I still have trouble
presents.
understanding you sometimes. I don't know. Maybe it's on my end. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I mean, I probably would have tried it just to see
Get
how hard it
better
really is,
ears.
because there's a really good,
Right.
I mean, like to fail this mission is really not the end of the world.
Move to a
I
better
mean,
country that has
to start it
electricity,
again,
that's
it's not that
weird.
far off, so it's not like you're really losing a lot. But then again, if it's
Leave me
just
alone.
not in the column or row that he's predicting to go for, then there's really no reason to waste your time, I guess.
Doing the pickup now.
Just finish TNT.
So the really unfortunate thing for Bosz here is that he's really far behind in the actual Portland missions, and he hasn't really accomplished too much, I don't think, outside of them. So he might actually end up spending a lot of time just trying to catch up, getting out of Portland, which is a horrible position to be in.
The only way we could really stop the runners' commentary from coming through is to get Menno to turn his game up and then just turn Menno down on the stream. But then that means Menno can't hear hear people on Discord himself, so I don't know. Not much is happening right now. It looks like Menno's made it. He's finished with the first island. Didn't you say there was like going to be a rush to do all the goals once he reached the second island?
Yeah, I think so, because once he gets here, he's going to be doing. I'm assuming he's going to start Sayonara Salvatore right away.
Yes.
And then as soon as that's done, he's going to be able to do the Blink Blink Scramble. I think there's a few other ones. Let me look at the check or the goals again.
We just did play GTA 5 Swaggo Live. We had 7 hours of GTA 5.
Oh, especially with what Menno's going for. If he's going to come to Daddy, which is Complete Kingdom Come, which is the end of the Yardy mission strand, that's going to be available to him pretty much after Sayonara Salvatore, which he's going to have to do Blink Blink Scramble for. And yeah, there's going to be a lot coming in at once, I think.
I never get tired of boy bands. If you like checking out classic musicals, head down to Bedford Point where you can see Fanny.
At this point, nobody's really winning. I technically Menno is in the best position.
Yeah, I think he's got the best game plan too.
Yeah. Yeah, Bosz is really far behind on missions, I think. But Bosz has done the most goals, so yeah, it's like hard to know. It all just comes down to how the bingo sheets tie up at the end.
And I really don't understand why everyone didn't go for the IL taxi, because that one, I mean, it was literally free. It
Maybe
probably takes you half a minute, maybe, to just go ahead and grab that.
Maybe they don't know about the issue. I
I
don't know if any of these guys are 100% runners.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty famous. It's a pretty famous skip, and just how easy it is to do, and even if you screw it up, how easy it is to you know, come back from it, because you can just try it as many times as you like. But I'm guessing that if they didn't grab it, that means that they have absolutely no intention of going over the center at all.
That is a good question. If no one completes in 2.5 hours, do we count total number of completed or closest to rows or lines?
I've literally never crashed.
I know
on
last
my
year we
way
just
to
said
the
no one
first
wins,
marker.
which was kind of a
This is the
bummer,
first
but
time it happens.
Maybe it can be like whoever has the closest lines, and if there's a tie, then we go on completed goals. And then if there's a tie on that, then we just say fuck it. Whoever finished the most missions, I don't know.
yeah, I guess we'll cross that road.
Yeah, when
we
we come
get
to
to
it.
it. It's kind of crazy. We're already about an hour.
Menno tried to do the super jump from one island to the other, and he just landed straight in the water and failed the rampage. Oh dear.
Yeah, that happens. I hate that jump so much.
Oh, PowerSlave's doing Watch Mojo Presents.
All right, so let's see. Let's see if he can keep
it's
8 Ball alive. Which I'm thinking this one's a lot easier than it sounds.
Yeah, Watch Mojo said that this was nearly impossible. Looks like they never tried it themselves.
It's also could be one of those things. I imagine it's a little bit harder on console, but I don't know. That seemed like a pretty big freebie.
All right, so PowerSlave's got his first goal on the board. We thought he was going for the bottom line because he's doing Car Saver and Mr. Whoopi. I guess Mr. Whoopi is in the same line as Watch Mojo Presents if he does a vertical, so maybe he's going for that. We'll see what happens.
You want a license too?
That would mean he'd have to do new ADITO, which I really want to see. Also fly under bridges. Wasn't someone trying to fly under bridges earlier?
Yeah, it was. Boss took a quick stab at it.
Yeah, he's probably going to abandon that goal. Maybe just
So new
sort of
Adito
it.
is kind of interesting because it's one of those things where like I couldn't do it to save my life. If you made me do it right now, I would have no idea. But if you even just take a little bit of time to learn it, then supposedly it's actually pretty consistent. So
maybe
depending
we'll
on
see
the end game and depending on the end game weather, changes the consistency of it. So I know that the people that have practiced it are actually really good at it.
Maybe we'll see these runners practice it now.
Yeah, exactly.
With grenade launchers and flamethrowers, and let them hunt each other down. It's the reality show where you just might be part of the action. The game doesn't end until there's only one man left.
I'm guessing PSA just dropped off another vehicle for the
I think he was just looking at the board of what he needs. I didn't see him put one in there.
I looked over when he was getting into that car, so I thought, what else would he be doing over here?
So it looks like Menno's, I didn't realize he's doing under surveillance. So he didn't start Blink Blink Scramble. He's not going down the Yardy mission strand. He must be trying to get to Watch the Paint, which is to get to the Two-Face Tanner mission. So I'm guessing that's what he's going for.
I'll have to take your word on that. I have no idea.
Which that goal is actually pretty simple too, to kill Tanner in your vehicle, because Tanner will run out of his vehicle as soon as it catches fire. So that's a pretty standard goal to get.
Yeah, I'm alive, Lotus Bob, I'm alright. I just slept for like 10 hours, now I'm alright.
Menno's gonna drop the bus off at the garage. Not Menno, PSA.
PowerSlave. I was confused there. Alright, so Menno's doing the wait, is this Adieto?
No, this is Paparazzi Purge. It looks like he's just trying to get through this strand of missions to get to the mission Two-Face Tanner, which is going to be the bottom center goal. And it's actually a good goal to go for because these missions are actually pretty quick. Not only are they quick to get to Two-Face Tanner, but these missions are pretty necessary to open up a lot of the Staunton missions, at least all the way up to Payday for Ray. So you kind of have to do them anyway. So you might as well go ahead and do it and try to get that Tanner goal, I guess. I keep calling it Tanner goal. It's Watch the Paint is the one I'm referring to. Looks like PSA is going to be wrapping up Portland as well, so he'll be in Staunton. It'll be interesting to see how his route diverges from what Menno's doing, or if they're going to go ahead and go for the same things, doing the standard Asuka missions in Staunton. Bosz, I'm not entirely sure what he's doing right this second. kind of looks like Trials and Tribulations, but he might just be racing to finish Portland as well.
Did you mark Bosz having done Tortoise versus Hare? Pitbull? Someone in chat is saying we didn't. They're probably wrong though.
7:30 Portland hype.
Oh, it's marked as planned.
Well, that's
Yeah,
it.
well. Good catch.
Another really interesting goal, I don't think we're going to see anyone go for, is the red Menno. That's such a oddball goal because it requires a lot. It requires you to get to the final mission strand of the game, but it also requires a very specific vehicle, a red Menno, and then if it blows up, you must start again and go find yourself another red Menno. That seems like such a weird goal. I want to see someone do it, but I know that we won't see that one because it just requires a little too much.
Yeah, PSA is dropping off the ballista. That is what it's called, right?
Yeah, so he should actually be getting pretty close to wrapping up this garage.
Yep.
You might just be missing like the Dodo and I think the Mr. Whoopi as well.
Well, you need to deliver the dodo there?
Yeah, and it's actually, if you know how to fly it, it's a lot easier.
Yeah. Like
but-
the intended way, I imagine, is just to drive it there.
Yeah, which is just, it's just
How many
painfully
Mr.
slow,
Whoopies
but
flying?
flying is actually pretty good, and there's multiple ways to land at
Gonna
the
get
docks
like
there.
Mr.
There's
Whoopies
no
gonna get stoned.
one way is the right way. There's several ways you can do it.
Well, I can just go back to Portland and get him.
Yeah, I kinda have 3, kinda. Just need to get them into the garages.
Reminder that you can't use Uzi to set Tanner's car on fire.
Oh, it's Omega, what the fuck?
Yeah, boy.
All right, so Omega's letting us know that for the watch the paint goal, you cannot use the Uzi to blow up Tanner's car. You have to ram him. So
It's in
I
the
guess
spirit of Driver 2.
Killing Tanner in
Are you
your
on
vehicle
mobile or something, Omega?
could mean drive-by as well,
Yeah, I
couldn't
am.
it?
it was just
fine.
very important for him to let us know that.
That's exactly what that is.
Yeah, I'm not live.
I can just drive by him and be fine.
Bye.
Bye.
How else would you kill him in your
Here, Menno's
vehicle?
on Two-Face Tanner.
Flip him.
I guess.
Yeah, but drive-buying is fine, but at the
So an interesting thing Menno did
Otherwise
at
it would
the
say
point out was that he
without
also
drive-by.
did silence the sneak.
Yeah,
He
it's
didn't just do
the
payday
mission
for Ray and
wasn't
then
intended.
keep going. He just grabbed silence the sneak because the mission's right
Yeah,
there as
get
soon as
out
you
and
end
shoot him.
payday for Ray. So you can tell that he's thinking ahead and trying to do multiple.
And it
He's,
doesn't
moving
specify
multiple
that you
parts
can
at once
use
here.
drive replays. Oh wait, but it doesn't matter.
I don't know if they work for Two-Face Tanner.
Yeah, no, they don't. Well, they do, but you get them back instantly.
Yeah.
And PSA is doing Ice Cream U-Screen. I would guess that the only real benefit of doing this mission is that he's going to get a free Mr. Whoopi, which he will most likely deliver to the. Well, I don't know what the hell he's going to do with it actually, but that's the only reason I could think that he would do this mission.
Alright, cue the driver music.
What? Oh, PowerSlave's got another Mr. Whoopi, maybe. Yeah, he got it. PowerSlave has the second island, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
he does.
Yeah, I imagine he's gonna drive it all the way over there now.
Without giving Mafia
All right,
guys
so
shotguns was a good
Menno
idea.
used the Uzi. Obviously, Omega's message didn't get through to the runners, but he didn't complete the goal anyway because he shot Tanner. He just shot him there, but the goal says killing Tanner.
What are you trying to do?
Okay,
I
you know
think he's
what?
gonna Get the third Mr. Whoopi.
The goal objective is so plain Jane because it says killing Tanner in your vehicle. So I guess shooting him by a drive-by, you're technically still in your vehicle. I guess that one wasn't really like communicated that well. Because he technically did do it, but it's just the spirit of the goal was...
Yeah, so it's alright, he just killed himself. I think he's gonna do it again. Yeah, he failed the mission, he's doing it a second time.
Yeah, that's weird. I mean, I guess if Omega just clarified it to him, then yeah, he should do it that way. But if you want to, the way the goal is written is pretty bad because all it says is that you have to be in the vehicle, which a drive-by is technically you're still in the vehicle.
Yeah, and Boss is concluding Watch Mojo presents.
Man, bomb the base is easy.
Yeah, totally.
Yep, he's done with that. That seems really easy.
Doing the
I don't know what this
USJ
had planned at first. It was
what's
it
the
seemed
name?
really
Multi-story
difficult,
mayhem
but
is gonna be
maybe
hard.
possible.
Why?
And
Because
it
I'm
involved
bad
a
at it.
different weapon.
Well, you cannot attempt multi-story mayhem multiple times until you get it.
Yeah, I know. So,
You must have found out that that was nearly impossible, if not impossible.
Multi-story mayhem's second place here.
So let's count these
By the way,
checkpoints on Bloom,
I don't know.
Scramble,
Did I
and
upload my
Menno.
IL? I don't think I did.
I'm also pretty sure that Menno completed
second
jump
place,
to
I
jump.
couldn't believe it.
I didn't
three
actually
people
count,
tied
but I
for
did see
second
him
place.
do like 4 in a row with the
Where's
right
his
ID
third
in mind.
place? I don't even know.
So I'm pretty sure Menno should have jump to jump marked completed.
And I think Watch the Paint. You said he killed himself, so he can still redo that mission, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so that one should be light yellow still for Menno.
Hippo. Oh, did he pass Watch the Paint? Or
I guess you would
did?
pass if you kill him, right?
I saw him kill himself and it said mission failed. But I don't know what mission he was on, I have no idea.
I then saw him load a save, so he might have loaded a save before. Or at least he went to the save menu. 6 of 15, so he has to get more than 10. Complete Boom Boom Scramble with more than 10. So,
Yeah, and 10's pretty simple to do. It looks like, and I know Menno knows the pattern of the checkpoints because he's done a lot of like 100% runs in the past. But with Bling Bling Scramble, there's not a set pattern. There's different patterns you can get, but even no matter the pattern, you should be able to recognize it right off the bat.
330.
And
Portland.
Okay,
Well,
okay.
man,
People are saying when Menno killed himself on a mission, it was a different mission. He passed the Two-Faced Tanner mission, so he can't do Watch the Paint. Sorry, I just saw him kill himself and fail a mission. I don't know when the mission ends and stuff.
that's a real bummer for him because he pretty much had that center column locked down, and now that just has to change everything that he's doing.
Maybe we should confirm if he knows.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to jump into their channel and.
okay.
I don't know what I'm talking about. One someone who knows the geek joke.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Kyle's content. So I guess it looks like he's doing the top row. Is he doing no checkpoints for you, Pippo? Where you highlighted it.
Clarify.
Yeah, it looks like that's the one he's going for now.
Can you do Watch the Paint by drive-buying? But the
Yeah,
goal, I mean,
the goal
goal
does
source
say
says
that. That's
in
what the
your
goal
vehicle and
text
not
says. You
in
can't
your
blame the runners for that.
Yeah. Kyle.
Like I would have said they could do it by drive-by. It says in your vehicle. Doesn't say ram it.
Okay, so no drive-bang then.
Yeah, which
well,
is why I originally thought reading that goal, I was like, wow, all you have to do is complete that mission. Literally, intended strats, kill Tanner in your vehicle. That's not hard at
because I
all.
would have done it.
And then once I saw Omega jump in Discord, it made sense. Okay, this is
You
the
just
spirit.
told him.
The spirit of the goal is to ram him, literally ram him to death. So
It's gonna be hard, but thanks for clarification anyway.
yeah, the fact that Omega went in there and told them about it just before he did it, it's hard to say whether it's really. Yeah, I mean, you could
Well,
argue
then he
that
didn't
maybe
even go
Menno
for
would
the
have
goal
never
then.
even gone for that line if he had known that, but I don't know.
yeah.
Like I think Menno was like Omega went in there and told them, and then Menno was like, okay, and then PowerSlave said, oh, so you can do it with a drive-by, and then like told Menno the wrong thing, I guess.
Which one's the Callahan Bridge? Isn't it the Portland one?
Yeah.
What billboards are in this thing?
Alright, well, whatever.
Aside
I mean,
from this double
we'll see what
lane
happens. Maybe it
highway.
won't make any difference.
I don't know how you meant to get over them, but you know the highway with the separation in the middle.
I'm gonna have a look.
Yeah, well, he did a.
Oh, I know.
He pretty much used the Uzi. That was the issue. Was that the goal was intended to be that you had to ram the car and then ram Tanner to death, and not just shoot the car to fill the damage meter.
Alright, well, let's not get too high up on that, I guess. What's happening now? I haven't been concentrating.
It looks like Menno's going to keep going down this line. So he did the Blink Scramble, got more than 10 checkpoints, and now he's continuing down the Yardy mission strand, most likely trying to get Kingdom Come. Finishing Kingdom Come will grant him the Come to Daddy goal, which
goals have all been tested.
doesn't really do a lot for him if he doesn't have to watch the paint goal. So
you have to play over all the
I'm not too sure. And it looks like PSA is just doing some of these early Staunton missions. And let's see what Boss is doing real quick.
Oh shit, there's a problem. You can trigger the slow-mo multiple times, but I wonder, because if I do it once, I'm gonna complete the sand jump. So I wonder if that will lock me out of the goal.
Probably.
Well, we wouldn't need the runners to not talk, we would need just Menno to not be able to hear them.
I mean, like, I want to do it.
But I mean, we had this during Vice City Bingo, and it was fine there.
But I'm probably not going to go over them.
That locks you out of doing it with the Dota, yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Well, I'll be quiet for a few minutes. I'm going to go grab something to drink.
Like, yeah, when I restreamed Bingo, I just picked the person who had the quietest Discord and turned them right down.
Oh, that works perfectly.
That's just all you can do. You can't tell one runner, yo, you're not allowed to hear anything anyone tells you, and then have the other runners be, can hear information. It's not fair that way. So there's not really a way around this. Unless you told every runner to have it muted, but then if we need to tell them stuff like, we can clarify a goal, then it makes it really hard to do it. So there's no way around it. Like, someone said that we could be in the same room, but they have us muted so we can hear when they're talking and don't talk over them. But fuck that. I mean, sometimes something cool has happened and I want to talk. Damn it. I don't care.
Well, apparently Menno didn't get out of his car to shoot. So if he did it,
he did it from inside of his car.
We're gonna have to allow it. I mean, I don't know. It seems long.
Too late now. Menno's doing something else. Like I thought that as well, Carl. But if Omega literally told him before he did it, it clarified it. Then I don't know.
If that's the case, then take back what I said, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know the timeline.
Oh well. It's only a bingo, doesn't matter.
This is serious. This is serious. We didn't have a winner. We didn't have a winner last year.
You gotta keep that tradition going. No one's allowed to win GTA 3 bingo.
Well, okay, here, if it comes down to it at the end, then we'll maybe let Menno have it, but it might not even matter, so let's not worry about it.
Yeah, I don't know what you guys concluded, but I mean, if the goal was actually written on the card the way it was meant to be done, that's one thing. But the way it's written on the card is the way he did it. So I think it should count.
Clearly, we just have to blame a DC. A DC.
Right.
Whatever
Whoever used that grammar to word it.
So is anyone doing a goal at the moment, or are they just doing missions? Because I can't tell. I don't know what I'm looking at.
Let's see. Looks like Bosz is just doing some early stopping missions. PSA is actually going for the for Watch the Paint right now. He's trying to get it in the perennial, which is an interesting choice. Well, no longer perennial, but. Let's see, I'm trying to see what Menno is doing now. It looks like he went for a few man dupes. I don't really know what his intention is. Oh, unless he's just going for the gang. Okay. Unless he's just going for Gankar roundup insta-pass, so that he can start Kingdom Come and get the Come to Daddy goal. This man dupe is actually not the worst. You can actually time it pretty well getting out of a vehicle into the marker like Menno just tried to do. Takes a bit of practice, but that's the best way to do it. Instead of running into the marker, trying just parking a vehicle next to the marker, and then you can kind of time it a little bit easier. And I gotta agree with what Josie just said, not a single collectible goal. It is kind of weird. It does seem a little weird.
Yeah, you can see how difficult this is if you're only using your vehicle. If you watch PSA.
Wait, Menno's muted in Discord, right?
His mic is muted.
Yeah, Menno doesn't have a mic. And is PowerSlave streaming his own microphone? Let me check.
Basically spent 10 hours trying to blow up Tennis car.
PowerSlave isn't streaming. I think we should use PowerSlave's audio.
It's too heavy.
Because PowerSlave's the really loud one on the Discord. So that way we'll only hear Bosz when he talks like really quietly occasionally. Try that if you can, Pippo. Might work a bit better.
What's interesting about PSA is that he's using the absolute worst cars to try to ram Tanner in the perennial than the Landstalker. It's like there's so many better cars to try to chase him down. And he's going to fail if he knocks him in the water, so... not fail the mission, but fail the goal.
That's actually not too bad.
And it looks like we're going to see Menno going for this Gankar insta-pass, probably the most technical strat we're going to see during bingo.
There's at least an hour left.
The thing with PowerSlave's audio is that Bosz is really loud on it. I don't know. Oh, there's no good way of doing this.
You could just have Menno mute them.
Yeah, but then he mutes us, and if we need to clarify a bingo goal, it's a bit, a bit difficult.
Well, he could mute. Can't you mute individual Discord users?
Maybe.
I've lost like 3 cars already on 2-Face Tenor. Still isn't dead.
Alright, I'm gonna hold my breath while Menno goes for this skip.
Well,
Yeah, it looks like he crashed. Yes, he crashed.
And that's really unfortunate.
Meanwhile, PowerSlave is still trying to do watch the paint.
it's just like in the driver games.
So that can happen on the Gencar skip because what you're essentially doing is you're triggering Vigilante, and just depending on the Vigilante spawn that pops up, it could just crash your game. That's just the way it is, and it's really heartbreaking. There's a safe way to do that strat, and I don't know it because I never learned it. Every time I do that strat, I just roll the dice. But yeah, I was actually surprised that he just went for the skip instead of just doing Gencar roundup, because yeah, it can crash your game fairly easy.
I'm still on fucking 2-Face Tenor. This is a horrible goal. This police is insane, and my car blew up.
Not horrible.
This is the ramp up, right?
Bulletproof vehicle.
Yeah, true.
The one PSA has.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
movie.
read what over course.
He still doesn't take any damage.
Oh well,
Pretty much
that was a good
any damage
opportunity. Got stuck, but he got out.
It's not even the bullets that do it.
This is like the 5th car. Catch fire.
Oh, he was tight.
And it's like he would be so much better if he just got a police car, I think.
He almost got busted.
Don't tell me. It's getting annoying.
Is there a reason PowerSlave isn't watching the police star replay inside the car? Because I've seen him do it twice now where he watches the replays to get rid of the 1 stars. Oh no, he's doing it in a car now, ignore me.
Well, you can kind of freeze up if you're like getting in and out of a car and you use a replay. It can kind of trip you up, but it shouldn't matter.
Are we sure this goal is even possible? It doesn't look like the enemy car's taking any damage. Like health damage.
That's pretty much in the spirit of Driver 2. It's just like the mission is to ram the guy, and you just like everything you do, you just can't put damage on him. I guess that's what makes the goal what it is.
Yeah, I would also let Menno load a save to watch the paint properly. It depends if he wants to or not at this point.
Well, yeah, if he had a save and he thought he couldn't load it, he should know that he can.
Well, he doesn't have a save. I think they're talking about giving him a save.
Oh, well. We've given, yeah, that's a lot.
PowerSlave did it.
Very, very nice.
Watch the paint. How long did that take? Like 10 minutes?
Totally worth it to see Tanner's bitch ass go down.
But will the save file have anything completed that he would need for some of these goals that he hadn't already completed himself?
Yeah, and that's probably the biggest issue.
What's Bosz doing right now?
Oh, he's going for the multi-story mayhem.
Nice.
Finish the mission and stun jump at the same time. And that's
Oh, okay. We better hope he gets the stunt jump then, otherwise he'll lock himself out, right?
yeah.
Well, if he gets the stunt jump but not the final checkpoint, then he will have locked himself out. If he gets the final checkpoint but not the stunt
Yeah,
jump, he
it's,
can just
getting the
redo
sun jump is harder than I
multi-story
thought.
mayhem.
God damn. I mean, for
This
most
is
Yep,
of
two
the
in
looks like he
one.
did it. Perfect insane stunt bonus, yeah. Wait, does that count though?
No, that would no, because didn't give him credit for the USJ. The USJ would come up in like the yellow letters that say like unique stunt jump, and then whatever the dollar amount it would be.
Right, okay. Oh, I see, he can just restart. There's like a side mission thing. Okay, I see. I didn't think he could restart it. I thought he would lock himself out.
Yeah, you can do this mission as many times as you want. That's kind of probably the most painful thing of going for this goal, is that you have to redo this
The other goal's already done.
checkpoint mission every time.
But
that's why, like, on the jump, what he really missed is that he needs to go a little more to the left and land kind of in the planters that are in the parking lot. It's kind of weird to explain, but he needs to angle more left. You can't jump
Let
out
him
into the street and get the unique stunt jump. But the final checkpoint for this little mission here is a little more angled to the right. So you have to take a very particular angle to get both the checkpoint and be headed in the right direction to get the unique stunt jump to count.
Oh, okay.
I think we're all okay with it as well. But Menno,
He's going again.
let somebody know who has the save file.
Oh my god.
Oh, he missed the... Oh no, he missed the checkpoint.
Oh my god, dude, I wanna kill myself.
Oh, and he did the unique stunt.
I did
my
the stunt
goodness.
jump, but I didn't get the
He
last
locked
checkpoint.
himself out. Oh dear.
So fucking useless.
Should have saved beforehand.
Oh, poor Bosz.
Yeah, so
What goal was
Oh,
that?
that goal. It's gone.
let's
2
see.
and 1.
Yeah, so he won't be able to do it again because once you get credit for the unique stunt, you can't get it again.
So he's gonna have to. Yeah, he's sat there AFK now, like reading the bingo sheet. He's gonna got a plan what to do now. So at this point, like the only 2 goals he's finished is backwards free bands and tortoise versus hare. So does he just go for the top line and the right hand row, maybe, or column or whatever?
Yeah, he could. I believe. Well, he's also locked himself out of the taxi IL. Well, not entirely, because he could do it legit, but that takes forever. And so I don't even think, like, if he wanted to make use of the tortoise versus hare, he'd have to go for the top row.
Yeah, he had to go for the top row. I mean, he might just ignore some of the goals that he's done and just start a new line.
Alright, so it looks like PSA is on arm shortage, and this is actually was brought up in the chat earlier, I didn't mention. Probably the reason Menno crashed the game doing the gang car skip is that he duped, or he did a rampage start on arm shortage, not evidence dash. You need to do the rampage start on evidence dash in order to get the gang car skip. It's probably what ended up crashing his game. Was that he was man duping on the wrong mission.
Yeah, I don't know what any of what you just said means, but sure.
No, it's alright.
After you've done the other goals down in a game, I tried a multi-story mayhem thing.
No, I didn't catch it till someone saw it and said it in chat. I forget who it was.
Well, yeah, because
I'm just so used to seeing like the man dupe go on Ray's mission, but he was a mission behind where he was supposed to be.
Right, okay. Well, we've only got an hour left in this. Menno's done 3 goals. Bosz has done 2. I can't remember how many PowerSlave's done. But it doesn't look like anyone's close to finishing it. I mean, the start was mostly just them trying to unlock the second island, so... Yeah, so PowerSlave's only done 2 as well. But he was close to doing Big Collector, right? What did he need for Big Collector? Was it Dodo?
Oh yeah, he's almost got that garage done, and it looks like PSA he's going for the 2-in-1 maybe. I think he's gonna go for it. Yeah.
Joe, do you have a save before Tanner?
No, I don't.
Here's the thing. Did you go in there and tell them before he attempted that mission?
Yes.
If that's the case, then he shouldn't be given any saves.
But did he acknowledge you? Because I know sometimes he plays like where he deafens, or where he's just not listening.
Well, he doesn't use mic, so I don't know.
There's no way to know.
I mean, if he's not listening to Discord, then he should have fucking muted it, so we would have had some clean audio.
Yeah, yeah.
He did ask if he should mute Discord, and I said, don't worry about it. That's because I thought he would want to listen.
Well, the one thing that tipped me off that I think that he thought he did it was because he kept going for other goals in the same column, even after he had done that mission. So I wasn't sure if he acknowledged that he had gotten it or not.
Well, if it becomes clear that Menno doesn't know that he hasn't done that goal correctly or not, then we'll just give it to him. If he can't hear us, and it's not his fault.
Overcooler says they could hear Menno's audio and they heard it on stream.
Yeah, but if he's not if he doesn't have his headset on
later, what they think I'm doing.
Oh, well.
Kind of curious because I'm
also, PowerSlave locked himself out as well. Oh, he's got a save though.
What? Wait a minute. What?
What?
The only way to know if Menno wants it is if he responds.
I didn't save. Did I? I didn't save.
Is your game fresh?
No, I fucked up the sand jump thing.
So you didn't make it. PSA didn't make a save.
I thought I saved.
I don't know.
What
He's
am I doing?
staring at the save menu and he doesn't have one, so I think he needs to realise. So that's screwed with PowerSlave's plans as well. Seems like 2-in-1 is really messing people over.
Yeah, and I don't think they realized how easy it is for them to get locked out of that until they lock themselves out of it, because that's one of those goals. As soon as I saw it, you know, it's not the most difficult thing, but it's really easy. If you just screw it up once,
I think just
you're done. That's all it's gonna take.
Can we get confirmation if someone's listening if we can just restart the game after we
there
done
are
all
no
the
winners
goals
in the end.
to do the multi-story mayhem goal? Guess that would be good to know.
Yeah.
If someone can hear me, because we both failed that now, and now I really don't want to start it.
Yeah, and as as Pete says, 2-in-1 is actually easy. If you practice it and you know the exact way to do it, it's not really like, it's pretty much a gimme. But if you just have an idea of how it works and you attempt it, it is easy to screw it up.
Hang on a second.
Oh, this is what is this? Isn't this Kingdom Come?
This
Menno?
is right here. So Menno's going to be doing finishing the Come to Daddy. And
Yeah, I just told
Overcooler mentioned a very interesting point. The 2-in-1 goal, you can actually just do it at the very end. If it's the last goal you need, you can start a new game, make a jump over to Staunton, and do multi-story mayhem and do that goal.
Yeah,
so it's not like you need a save for it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll just let them know that.
I think I've read in the
Discord.
goal rule, in some goal rules that you're not allowed to do that, so I thought it was better to ask.
It makes sense if you're not allowed.
Yeah.
And he did it.
Since this is marathon, I think.
Come to Daddy.
So really the last thing Menno is missing is the perfect drive, which rigged a blow. He's going to have to do quite a few more story missions to even unlock that mission.
Bosz has Tanner's car trapped in what I think is the barracks. Oh, he's out.
Yeah, Boz is doing Watch the Paint now. He's doing it in a barracks, which seems pretty smart.
Goddamn, the barracks is a beast.
Yeah, he's close to pushing him in the water, though.
That would have been bad. I think. Is that bad?
I'm guessing Odysseus wanted it to
He
be
got out of the
only
car and had to get him out of the
ramming the
barracks,
car
that's
until he gets
how-
out and then running him over.
Well, I meant, is it bad as if it fails the mission? Kind of bad.
Oh, I didn't.
barracks?
Joe said it does fail the mission, which I found.
Well,
Oh,
it would
what does it actually
would
say?
it would pass the mission because the whole goal of the mission is just to kill Tanner. But that's what I don't know. Like in the spirit of the goal, do you have to run him over with the vehicle, or could you just push him into the water? I don't know. That seems up for debate.
Well, I would say it's fine, but it doesn't matter anyway. I mean, you just did it, so there's no worry about it.
And yeah, Bosz, he did that much faster. And that's really just comes down to vehicle choice there. He wasn't in a perennial and then a Landstalker and then a Moonbeam, you know.
Yeah, okay.
So good on him.
Yeah. It looks like yeah, as Pippo's highlighted, it looks like Boz is going for the middle line down and the second to bottom row across.
Can you shoot from your vehicle in driver 2?
No, you can't shoot. There's no shooting at all in that game.
Oh, how about driver 3? Or
Shooting
whatever.
from, I don't think you can shoot from the vehicle, but there is weapons in that game.
You know, I'd love to know. I'd love to hear from Odysseus right now. What he intended.
So it looks like PSA is doing Liberator. He's basically, looks like he's just doing missions to unlock the third island. I'm actually not too sure what Menno's doing. And yeah, looks like Bosz is going for the Bling Bling Scramble.
This, I think Menno might be doing the...
Menno's doing the rampage thing. Yeah, he's doing the rampage without shooting. Did anyone see if he shot? Because he just watched replays.
Okay, well, he probably shot to set up the replay. What I'm going to guess he's going to do, maybe do a second replay. I'm not entirely sure.
No, he just finished the rampage. I think he shot first and then did. I think he did it right. We'll say he did it right. No one saw it.
he had the rampage running and then he shot some cars.
Oh.
So maybe he's going to use that replay for another rampage.
Oh,
that's what I was guessing.
Okay, sorry, my bad.
Bosz is at 3 of 15. Needs 11.
Yeah, I just looked at my DM history with Odysseus, and the way I worded it was kill Tanner only using your vehicle. That's how I said it.
Missing the word only. Damn it, Adizig.
Yeah, and that's what's fucked up is because on the board it says complete the mission inside your vehicle. So, yeah, I mean, it leaves drive-bys completely open, which sucks.
Yeah, it was always intended to be ramming to death.
So it looks like we have about 45 minutes left. Do you guys have any predictions on anything?
Well, Boz is in a pretty good situation. He's got 2 clear lines set up. I don't know if any of the other two do. But the Brazilian bad boy seems he's going to win this one. Well, what is Boz doing right now?
Menno, what did he just do there? Did he... Oh, he screwed something up. He must have screwed up his replay because he went to use the replay on that rampage and immediately killed himself.
Okay. Alright, well, yeah.
He's going to make a new one.
I'm guessing he grabbed the wrong rampage. He grabbed a rampage that's kill yardies when he's probably looking for a rampage that is destroy vehicles, which is going to be this M16 rampage. It's located at the Liberty campus here.
Did Bosz just finish no checkpoints for you? Because Pippo's marked it. I guess he did.
Oh yeah, he must have.
Yeah, he's at 11.
Yeah, okay. So then, in that case, I guess Bosz is actually abandoning one of the lines. It's just doing another one.
And he can't take that center column because of the taxi.
Well, I mean, he can.
I mean, yeah, he could do taxi. I mean, if he started now, maybe he would finish before the estimate's over. That's really how that's gonna go for him.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess he is. Guess he's doing 2 horizontal lines, the top one and the second to last.
And if you haven't marked for Menno, I can't shoot. He's in the process of completing that.
Oh no, I dropped 88 frames.
Right.
Got 45 minutes, man.
Why is Menno doing I can't shoot?
Oh wow.
Well, and it may go back to
Close to the end.
because I'm like 99% sure he did jump to jump earlier, and that should be marked completed. But I don't know if it's really worthwhile for him to go for that column.
PSA might be setting up new Adida.
Don't worry, Pippo. I wouldn't try to lead you astray. I think I recall him in the Marty Chunks yard jumping back and forth. So I'm pretty positive he did jump to jump.
Actually, you know what? There's no way PSA is setting up new Adida. Because he's waiting to fall. Oh, wait a second. Here he goes.
Yeah, he's going for it.
Oh, so he's going to do it the safe way.
Yeah. So it looks like I guess Pallet. Yeah, he's gonna do the mission, record a replay of him doing it, and then load a save or something, and then watch him doing the replay to pick them all up.
Well, as soon as he finishes the mission, he could just fail it and then restart it. And as long as the main thing about this is as long as the weather stays consistent. In this game, when it gets nice and rainy, you get big waves in the water, and that kind of displaces the packages. But other than that, he should be good with the replay, and I'm glad he went for it because New Adito's amazing to see, and it puts on a hell of a show for everyone.
Right. Well, he thinks he's got it, so kill himself. He's going to see if he gets it.
But I'm going to second what Omega just said. What he should have done is waited for all the plane to drop all the packages, and then did a consistent replay of him driving through all the packages at once instead of trailing the plane as it dropped. So we'll see how this turns out.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what happens. Also, I have toast, so I'm really excited.
Should have actually done some planning for Gencar Run.
I've barely eaten for like 2 days. I just realised.
Why?
Because I'm gonna have to get all the Genkars.
Must
Why
eat,
would you play the mission?
get big and strong, and prepare for 6 hours of valid G20.
Okay, that makes sense.
All right, so just to recap for the viewers, what we're doing is it's a bingo. What you see at the bottom is a bingo sheet. It's a bunch of different goals. There should be a link floating around in chat that explains what the goals are. And basically what the runners want to do is complete a bingo a column, a row, a diagonal of doing these in-game made-up goals, pretty much. So they're just racing to see who could do a bingo the fastest.
Now, I'm a little confused here. Multi-story mayhem starts where a drop in the ocean starts, right?
No. Multi-story mayhem starts. All you have to do is be outside the car park and inside a stallion.
I meant this mission that Menno's doing. I didn't mean multi-story mayhem. What is this one called?
Oh, the one where you kill Kenji, pretty much.
Yeah. So that starts at the same. It's in the same chain.
No, not exactly. Because multi-story mayhem is just one of the vehicles, just like the off-road vehicle missions.
Oh no. What I'm saying is this one where you kill Kenji. That's given by the same person that gives a drop in the ocean. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So what I'm confused about, I didn't see Menno load a save. He died during a drop in the ocean, and then he ran back to that location where these missions begin, and he started this mission. So he must have.
Oh no! It was PSA. It was PSA who was doing drop.
I'm so yeah. Oh Jesus, I'm mixing everybody.
What is PSA doing?
So because this isn't a run,
he could be. Oh, he's just PSA is just waiting for the dodo to arrive, and then once it drops all of the packages, he's going to use his replay to pick up the packages. So he just has to wait for the dodo to drop all 6 packages.
When's that? Is it when the timer runs out? Or oh no,
yeah,
a bit longer.
Okay, so here it goes. The plane is in range. He's gonna wait for all packages to drop. I think that's how it works. Can you get it going?
No, you have to wait until he drops all the packages, and then as soon as he drops the last package, you activate the replay. And if your replay is good, then it should be literally you driving over the packages, and then just walking right back into Donald's office and finishing the mission.
All right, here we go. Is he gonna get it, or is him 5 minutes ago gonna get it? He's going for it. Oh shit! Oh, he got one, or was that 2?
Well, I didn't see any others, so he must have picked it up if it.
Well, so far so good. By the looks of it.
The weather looks good.
Yeah, there's another one.
That's no, that was 4. I see 5 and 6 up ahead.
That's 5. What?
Oh, I don't know about this one.
No, he got it. He did it.
Oh, he got it.
Yay! Nice.
Hooray.
And so you can see as soon as he came out of the replay, it basically said, "Okay, get back to Donald's," and he's already there. So that's kind of the essence of New Adito. The way he did it is a little bit safer, I guess, but that's in essence New Adito. I don't know why we still call it New Adito. The strat's literally almost 2 years old now, so but no one does it, so it's still considered new. And it looks like Menno's doing Adito as well, but he's going to be doing classic, old Adito, I should say. And he's probably just trying to progress onto Shoreside and unlock the final island so he can get some of the last remaining goals for himself over there.
I'm about to do the go pretty soon, so I could tell you if you missed one.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna do it as well. I think I'm doing GD Arrow and then doing the goal or something. I don't fucking know. I shouldn't have started GD Arrow probably.
Yeah, Boz's sheet is pretty messed up. What is he planning?
I'm not really sure what he's working on here, honestly.
Maybe he's just going for blackout. He's going for them all.
So it looks like he's playing Gone Fishing here. I'm trying to figure out why he'd be doing this mission. Unless he's going for Marked Man or aka need a plane to catch. He could be going for that second to last column, which I really hope he is, because I want to see the red Mignana goal attempted. I mean, he did do backwards 3 bands, so why not? Let's go for red Mignana.
Hey, it looks like PowerSlave's doing something with the dodo. Do you think he's going to take it to the garage after this, the export?
Yeah, he could be. So this is part of the mission that he's doing, Grand Theft Auto, that he has to go back to the construction site, and this is used in just about every speedrun route for every category, is to fly the dodo back to the construction site. So we'll see if he saves it enough to, if he remembers to take it back to the Portland garage.
I guess he's just going straight there now. Or is he flying under bridges?
Yeah, he's probably going for the bridge. Oh, he did it. Pull the balls.
Oh,
Nice.
Wow.
Boss.
that did not work out.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Remember, with the dodo flying, it's viewers at home, it's just gentle taps. All right, just gentle
About
taps.
half an hour to go, I'd say, so you better hurry up.
Yeah, you can't hold a
I'm
button
never gonna
down
make
for like
it.
more than half a second, or
No.
you'll do a loop.
No chance in hell.
Yeah, he probably should have just delivered that to the garage and then went for the bridges some other time.
Wow, not a Mr. Whoopi.
But hey,
Oh, it's right then. He found a Mr. Whoopi. It's fine.
oh yeah, this one's been glitched for a while. He's been saving this Mr. Whoopi.
Oh, is it like Vice City where you can make a car just never unload?
Essentially, yeah.
Clever.
So now that you guys know like some of the goals, what was the, if you can go back to when we started this 2 hours ago, what route would you have taken?
Fuck, I don't know.
Well, if I was an experienced runner, I would have taken column 3 for sure.
Yeah, that's probably the easiest one on there.
And
Well, follow the vertical downwards from the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does seem pretty easy. If you know how to do any of the insta passes and stuff.
I would say
Taking a Mr. Whoopi from Portland to Shortside is almost like walking.
Honestly, I probably would have done the top line and the middle line horizontally, just because those are the ones with dodos.
Yeah, and you know what? Actually, the middle row is actually pretty short. It's not like the easiest, but it's pretty short. You can get that done fairly quick. I think I'm going to stand by that the middle row is the fastest full line you can get.
Yeah, it looks like Menno's
Maybe
going for
just,
the PSN trophy.
Do a ditto, record a replay. Then
Yeah, I'd say that I'd agree with the middle row. Also, maybe the diagonal going from top left to bottom right.
When do the red phone missions unlock? We'll see in a second.
Yeah, which is completely possible to do in a time frame of 2.5 hours. I guess the hardest thing, it's not even hard, time consuming. Need a plane to catch. Getting to marked man.
with those objectives.
Technically considered a late game mission, but you can adjust the route to get to it pretty quick.
Why didn't you buy more during Shorted?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Because you don't need the money for the exchange anyway. So.
Okay, so Menno, it looks like he's going for I Fought the Law.
No, PSN Trophy Award.
One is definitely not enough.
Yeah, unless you can manage to somehow.
I mean, you could also punch an FBI agent, I guess.
Yeah, he could literally do both of these in a row if he wanted to, but.
Oh, there's the last helicopter, I think. Oh, don't die now. Oh, he died. Was that 5 helis? I didn't see. No one's counting the helis. Well, hopefully Menno's counting them. So if he goes and does it again, we'll know. We know that he tried it. That he didn't finish it.
Yeah, it looks like he loaded the game pretty quick. So maybe here.
Yeah, I don't think he did it. Meanwhile, PowerSlave is driving the Mr. Whoopi to his garage.
So will this be the final? Will this be the final garage for PSA's Mr. Whoopi? Or
I believe it is, yeah.
Because I don't remember him putting one in Staunton, but he might have already done it.
Is the last red phone mission. Oh my
Well,
god.
the fact that he drove all the way to the last island, I think he's already done the second one.
Yeah, that's what I would think too.
Hope for no rain.
We'll assume that he did it.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to wait for the rain to end to do a ditto.
So many assumptions. It's so hard to keep track of all this.
The replay.
Yeah, Menno's trying to get stars again, so it looks like he's trying again at the PSN trophy.
Though it is possible that Menno thinks he completed that one, and now he's going for I Fought the Law. I'm not sure.
Also, you can do the easy money.
Yeah, we'll just have to keep an eye on what he does. I want to see what PSA ends up doing. Looks like he's going to play out Uzi money.
Yeah,
marked man.
Yeah.
Which I think is a goal. Alright, so there's a goal, easy money, which is complete Uzi money using only one vehicle. Vehicle blows up, you have to start again. That could be what PSA is going for. So I'm going to keep an eye on his Colombian cartel cruiser and make sure that he finishes this mission out.
Uzi money is such a stupid mission.
Well, his vehicle blew up and he's still killed.
So.
Which one was this? Oh, easy money.
Oh, yes,
yeah, and this can actually be done pretty easily with a cop car. Cop cars are pretty resilient. But it looks like he didn't go for it. He was probably just trying to get into the mission strand here, so he might be going to play for Bullion Run, which is, I think, the big collector goal. Let me check.
Zero's counting the helicopters.
And it looks like Bosz, we haven't really talked much about what he's doing. He's basically been playing the story missions. Looks like he's just trying to get up to shoreside. I really don't know what he plans on going for at all. He started shoreside export garage, but he hasn't really done a lot for that.
Is it possible he's going to do New Idaho, whatever? Because he's done the 2 along the top, so he might be going for it.
He could, but right now, I mean, the weather. The thing is, the waves look kind of. I don't know how much it's going to throw him off if he tries to go for it.
We'll see. No, yeah, he is. He looks like he's waiting for the plane to drop off packages, maybe.
Fuck.
Yeah, he's using replays. He's going for it.
Hopefully I'll be able to do this.
So I guess Bosz is going for the top line.
And poor Menno. And we'll see a PSA. I think PSA is going for the bullion run challenge, which is to collect all of the bullion that you need, and not using any bribe replays, which is actually, I don't want to say difficult, but it's harder than it sounds.
I have absolutely no idea what Bosz is trying to do then. He's all over the place. Well, Bosz has recorded his replay. We'll soon find out if it's good enough or not.
And this is my favorite part of a bingo. Like the last 30 minutes, people get frantic to just try to finish goals. So
yeah,
we're probably going to see a lot of crazy things.
See,
yeah, this is when bingo gets really good here.
I don't even know what I'm doing. He's right.
I believe everyone's thinking that.
Did Bosz just say that? I think I heard Bosz just say on his stream that he says that we don't know what he's doing and he doesn't know either.
I wouldn't doubt it at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna finish double bingo in 25 minutes. I'm not that far
Yeah,
away,
I think they're just trying to finish 1 line each at this point. They're just gonna give up on the whole double bingo thing.
Because most of all, I still need to pass Rick.
But we'll have to make. So what were we gonna say? So whoever. So in tier of like what scores are worth, it's whoever has the most lines first up to 2 wins. Then if none of them have 2 lines, then it's whoever has the most lines. If multiple have 1 line, then it's whoever has completed the most goals in the next line. And if 2 people have completed the same amount of goals in 1 line and a whole line, then it's whoever's completed the most goals in general, right? Does that make sense?
Okay, so what if no one completes a single line?
Then we do the same thing. Whoever's closest to completing the most lines, or 2 lines.
No, I'm liking if nobody completes 2 lines and nobody wins.
Oh, come on!
Yeah.
We can figure this out.
Well,
another failed bingo.
Well, the difficult part is you say like, okay, you only had 1 goal each, but okay, what if someone else's goal is quote unquote harder to do? I don't know. It seems like a hard way to rate it. And PSA is doing rig to blow. I don't know if he's going to be going for the perfect drive or not. But I'm pretty sure he's just going to try to finish this mission to unlock bullion run. He might not care too much about the perfect drive. And another interesting thing is that Menno must realize that he didn't get credit for Watch the Paint, because all he would have to do is perfect drive to complete that center column, and he is not working towards it. So it leads me to believe that he knows he doesn't have credit for Watch the Paint. So that's kind of interesting.
There goes my perfect drive goal.
And it looks like Bosz is just... Oh wait, no, he's waiting for the plane. I was going to say, it looks like he just stopped playing, but he's waiting for the dodo. And we can see if his replay will hold up. That should be pretty interesting.
Yeah, so that's what I'm looking forward to, just seeing if Bosz's replay works now.
Row 1, column 1 is doable for me, and that's probably.
Yeah, that would work if it wasn't. I considered it, but fucking total OSJs.
Oh my god, I saved the replay wrong.
Nice. Did you save a short one?
Nobody saw it.
Did Boss screw up his replay?
I saved it at the end.
Oh my
Rip.
god. Oh man.
Fucking rip.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Right, let me do a
Oh dear.
What a way to screw that one up.
I mean, I guess he just has to go try it again
Someone
now.
has done this before, I'm sure of it.
Damn, I missed it.
Just a heads up for Pippo, when PSA finishes this mission, he will have locked himself out of perfect drive. I don't think he was really going for that at all anyway, but just a heads up though.
Fucking hell,
I don't think any of them are going to finish a single line.
Yeah, they've got less than 20 minutes. Man.
I mean, could Menno do perfect drive?
If he finishes perfect drive, and then we can flip whether or not he got watched to the paint, he would have the one bingo. And perfect drive is really not that hard at all. If you just take your time, go a little bit slow, don't pretend like you're in a speed run, and it's actually pretty simple.
Good thing there's no forfeit button.
You wouldn't forfeit.
You would though. I wouldn't, I know.
No,
You would.
I wouldn't.
I know you.
I wanna finish this. Raise the estimate. Add 30 minutes.
Yeah, raise the estimate by like 3 hours.
That's all about raising the estimate. I'm not doing that. We're already behind on schedule, and S needs to start as 100% run like early in the day. Come on.
Plus, I can imagine people would want to watch this over a hundo run. I mean,
I don't want to watch this any longer.
I mean, it's been fun. I mean, it's been real fun, but Jesus.
Yeah, I don't want any more of this. This is like eventually they're going to lock themselves out of every line and won't be able to finish anything. Right?
Exactly. But I mean, like, we've had some good moments. I gotta say, so far the highlight for me was the backwards 3 bands. That was
yeah, it was
probably
so
my
good.
favorite part so far.
That was so good.
Yeah, past Rick to suck.
So it looks like Menno's in hurry up mode. He's doing Terminator now. Probably trying to get to rig to blow so he can get perfect drive as a goal. That's what I'm thinking he's thinking, so we'll see how it plays out for him. Bosz is delivering export cars at shoreside.
Any way he can finish that? That was the first thing he did, wasn't it? It went straight to shoreside.
As soon as he started the game, he jumped to shoreside, delivered a few cars.
That's why
but again, he's gonna have to go back to Portland, get the BF injection. I mean, if he's real quick, he could finish in the next 10 minutes, but we'll see how that goes for him.
It's not like you're locked out of it.
And looks like PSA is going to be going for the big collector goal here. He just started bullion run, so the goal is to pick up all 30 pieces without using any bribe replays, and you have to collect all of the pieces in one go. If you come up short, you have to restart the mission. So if you keep an eye on him, we can see just how well he does.
Oh, 15 minutes.
I fucked up on Bullion Run, I think.
Good job. Can you not do math?
No, but I don't know. I don't know if I can get up, back up the hill.
Oh,
PowerSlave's got a cop chasing after him when he's in a heavy
so
Banshee.
you can't do math.
I'm not sure he can make it up the hill. It looked like he was struggling just then.
No, I have 19.
Yeah, that's really not good. He's gonna have to take the long way around because if he tries to go up the steep hill, that cop probably would catch up to him and bust him right on the spot. And he can't go park into the garage until he knows for sure that he has enough to pass the mission in one go.
Why?
That's just part of the goal. Like, if he comes up short, like, if he has to do multiple trips, then he needs to restart the mission.
No!
Jesus.
The Banshee caught on fire!
Oh no, PowerSlave's on fire! His Banshee got fucked up.
After the last package.
Alright, well,
the Banshee just spins out like a shopping cart.
Just end
rip PowerSlave, I guess.
Yeah, his best move would just be to end himself like he did, and then start from scratch. Because even if he got a new car, then he'd be missing a lot of the easy pickups there. So it might as well just restart. All right, looks like Menno's going for perfect drive as well. So as long as he takes his time and doesn't take any damage, so I'm probably gonna watch this. We're gonna need someone watching to make sure he doesn't take literally a scratch of damage.
I'll leave that up to you. Yeah, so everyone in the chat, make sure Menno doesn't hit anything. Because
I'm focused, I'm ready.
Without taking any damage.
Scratch, please.
Yeah. Scratch, please. Yeah.
What did you do again?
Meanwhile, PowerSlave's trying this again, I think. He found a Banshee and he's heading back.
Yeah, that happens.
I'm not sure what Bosz is trying.
I think we've given up on Bosz at this point.
Every time I look at his screen, it's just him like warping to the hospital.
Maybe he's just trying to draw a picture on the bingo sheet at this point.
Oh, he hit something. I looked away, but he hit it. Like a cop.
I only have 6 goals.
I have 4 goals right now.
Yeah, I think Menno failed.
Oh yeah, that's no good. Because even if you like briefly scratch against something, it's not a big deal as long as the car doesn't take damage. But the Infernus is like the most prone to take damage from anything. So
I can't say that.
we'll see if he goes for it again here, which I imagine he will, because it's literally the last thing he's missing in that column. If he gets perfect drive, then he can debate and dispute watch the paint, which in my personal opinion I would go ahead and give it to him, but we'll see what he does.
Yeah, if Menno completes that and we give watch the paint to him, I think he wins because he's the only one who completes the line.
Yeah,
but then we'll have to tell PowerSlave that he wasted 10 minutes unfairly on it as he did it right, and Bosz did it as well, right?
And that's gonna be the big. It's gonna be the big bingo conspiracy, isn't it? But there's always one, you know. But let's see what happens. We're almost 10 minutes. Like we're almost in the final 10 minutes here. So like timing is tight. So this is where it really becomes speedrun. They gotta finish, you know, before the S fits up.
Alright, PowerSlave's as I said, he's going for it again. He's using a cheetah this time though. Is a cheetah better than a Banshee?
Maybe someone can answer me in the chat.
It kind of depends. I mean, I'm actually not really too sure. I just know Banshee is very, very weak, so they're more liable to explode. I've never done this in a cheetah, but I imagine it'd be pretty okay. If you're feeling real risky, you could just use an Infernus for this mission, because the Infernus would keep a lot of speed, even though you pick up a lot of the heavy items there.
He's already smoking. Oh dear.
He's going for it. Let's see. Oh, he did it.
Menno's going for perfect drive again, but he just jumped off of a hill. Did anyone see if he took damage?
No, he didn't. That's actually a strat that gets used in all missions in 100%. Is that for some reason you can just drop off that hill and the Infernus is perfectly good.
Okay.
And it looks like PSA he did finish the big collector, so he's got that mark now. And I don't think he has enough time to finish off that bottom row. Car Saver, I mean, he's got to do the whole export list,
10
but he's
minutes.
only missing Dodo, I believe.
God, really.
If Dodo is the only thing
Yeah,
he's
no
missing,
dice.
he could fucking he could come in clutch and finish off this row.
He's looking for a dodo. That's what he's going for. He didn't get one that spawned though. Is there another spawn?
Yeah, he's driving towards it right now.
He's going for it. Power Slave might actually win this out.
This all of a sudden got excitingly close. I totally forgot.
At least between two of them.
Well, yeah, but I totally forgot that PSA had pretty much completed the Portland garage.
Well, doesn't he need to do I Fought the Law?
Yeah, but that's, I don't want to say simple, but he just has to get a 5-star wanted level, which can happen pretty quickly.
Right. See? Meanwhile, Menno, I think, is on his way to finishing Perfect Drive.
He's flying under the bridges as well. See, if he hadn't failed 2 and 1, or locked himself out, he could win for sure.
Yeah, he could win. So he just needs to do Car Saver, I Fought the Law, and then restart his game and do 2 and 1 in 10 minutes.
So this is the bridge, yeah, the one in front of the dam. I'm not sure where the 4th bridge. I know like the next one one of them will be the one connecting Portland to.
So I would imagine you have the bridge that he just did. You have the bridge that goes from Staunton to Shoreside. The Callahan Bridge that goes from Portland to Staunton. And then the final bridge is the one that is going to be essentially, it's almost like an overpass near the apartments or the docks in Staunton. I think those are the 4. And that last one I mentioned is easily the hardest one to get under if you do it last, because you're going to have so much speed in the dodo. It's going to be pretty tough. And Menno is going here. He has to make it all the way back to Shoreside without taking a scratch of damage, so he's over halfway done with Perfect
Power
Drive.
Slave is spinning around. I think he lost it. Yeah, he's lost it. Oh
no.
Which one am I
Oh.
missing?
Wow.
No, Dodo's alright. Could maybe try again.
Very small one near the construction site.
He might. Yeah, he could still do it. He just needs to fly under one more bridge,
Oh,
right?
One.
Was it one more?
2 more. 2 more.
Okay. He's
Boss
to,
is going.
Because I assume
he needs to fly onto 2 bridges and then store the dodo. And then punch a FBI agent to death.
Boss just went under the one in front of the
there's a
dam.
bigger one in... Wait, is that a bridge? No.
But Boss
I
already
don't know what
completed
the bridge
one,
is.
and the
Small
role
thing
doesn't
is
say
the
you have to
bridge,
complete
or
them in a
the big
row without dying.
Yeah.
So,
Oh no, I don't understand.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be the same flight, so it's fine. We can keep going.
Just gonna assume
Menno's
it's
got to
small.
be nervous here in this tunnel with these cars constantly switching lanes in front of him. And he's so close to just finishing this challenge that he's got to be a little, like, nervous. At least a little bit.
No, my dodo blew up.
I'll tell them we have 5 minutes left when we do. Oh no, the Dodo's rip. He fucked up taking off.
And why do you play it XP?
Boss hit a stunt jump in midair.
I don't even know.
Oh, that's
Don't ask
good.
me.
He saved it.
Well, I mean, there's no way in hell he's gonna finish the top row. I'm gonna let them know they have 7 minutes left.
So Menno's actually
Hey,
playing a
you
little
guys-
risky.
you
He's
guys
not
have, like,
driving
7
around. He's
minutes
going
left.
straight up the hill
we're
to
not
the
gonna make
top.
Yeah.
But it
We're
looks
just seeing
like
someone
I don't want to
complete
jinx
one
it, so I
line,
won't
maybe.
say it. But yeah, it looks like he's gonna complete Perfect Drive, and that's really gonna come up to
Okay. You're gonna see what
the
happened when I
dispute.
went under the
Did he do watch the
bridge
paint?
there.
Did
That
he
has to
actually
count.
do it? Did he finish it?
Yeah, he
They-
flew under that bridge, yeah. I guess. I'll give it to you.
Because if he did, then
I'll go
Menno's
back
got he's got his column. He's got his first
my
bingo,
gosh.
and puts him predominantly in
I'm
the
gonna
lead.
go for the line, but
So it really comes down to Did he do watch the paint?
FBI goal in
Well,
time?
if PowerSlave completes a
I want to
line,
get
then
the
we'll
line.
give it to PowerSlave since he, you know,
Any line.
really did one line.
Right,
But
right.
otherwise, Menno kind of did.
He's gonna do a regular ID though, because
Menno's going for
I
hope for no
barely
rain,
even have
I
time to do
think.
that. Like I don't think
This
I
is
have
one we
time
haven't
to
even
do
talked about.
Either takes like
Hope
4
for No
minutes.
Rain is complete Patriot Playground, Ride in the Park, and Gripped all together without failing. It can be done in any order. If you fail one after completing 2, you must start again, and you can do missions in between. So basically, you have to do all 3 of these
Who made
missions
the
that are
board, by the way?
like what you're seeing there on Menno's screen.
It's a good board, but it's like slightly too long.
There's 3 missions like this.
I guess someone.
And really, I just
someone
want to add that Gripped is really the only one
Yeah,
that if
but
it's raining,
It's like the one hard and the one
you
that
really
never
can't
lands.
do it. It might be the only one that's like borderline impossible if it starts raining. So it actually would have been a good idea if he knew he was going to do this from the beginning to just go ahead and do Gripped, and then it wouldn't have mattered. You know, if at the start of the run, if he did Gripped, and then periodically when he was in the right area, he could do Patriot Playground and Ride in the Park, because those 2 are fairly simple. Then this goal could have been done alongside others.
What is Bosz doing right now? Is he trying to do the 5 jumps in a row? Because he's not moving and he's mega jumping. That's his 3rd jump he's on now.
Yeah, he definitely
That's
could
the
be going
4th one.
for it.
Yeah, he's just doing it. He's not having any special strat or anything. He's just doing it straight up.
I landed.
And he would be smart to go into the back of this ambulance
Oh,
here.
he was on the 5th jump and he died.
Yeah, he should have.
Are you doing? Oh, you're doing middle line, I guess.
I'm just doing whatever I can.
Why the fuck do stun
The
jump
thing about that
triggers
goal,
exist
this is
for
how
the
it went
dodo as
down,
well?
and the only way we could really give it to Menno, or no, yeah, Menno, is if he actually had his headphones off or his speakers turned off and he didn't hear when Omega went into the Discord channel. He told them that you have to use your vehicle without shooting from the vehicle.
And that just comes down to
That's gonna count. I don't
honesty, really. That's all it is. But what's interesting about Bosz here is that he could end up doing this without realizing it, because this is such a simple goal. All you have to do is pin yourself in between 2 walls and just jump back and forth. And I'm actually really surprised that he just isn't doing that.
If I
But
only had guns.
he's trying to get creative with it, so we'll see if he ends up getting it.
Bosz started a new game.
Overclaw is very adamant that we don't give Menno the goal.
I agree with his point that Menno should have had his headphones on, and in case, you know, he should have had them on or his speakers on if he had either off.
It looks like
I guess like my only issue with it is that if it was written on the card the way it was intended to be, it's just the writing on the card is so fucking wrong from what it was intended to be. That's the only problem. But now we run into the issue that the other 2 runners did do it correctly. So it's like, if we give him that goal, then what?
It's like a 10-minute advantage because it took ages.
Yeah, because he did it in a fraction of the time, you know?
Alright, well, we're coming up here at the end. I don't think any of them are going to finish any more goals. Guess it's, well, actually, PowerSlave is going for 2 and 1.
Well, here's how we, you know how we can make it fair for everyone? We just flat out say nobody wins because nobody finished 2 bingo rows, columns, or diagonals.
2 marathons in a row, GTA 3 bingo, GTA 3 wins. The game fucking won. we should all be ashamed for trying to play against the game.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll just tell Menno. He just, the thing is, the only thing that makes me think that he doesn't know he didn't do it correctly was that he did the rest of the fucking line. So
I think he's hoping that we're gonna lighten up here.
Give the leeway there.
We're not though.
Now I don't even have time
well,
for anymore.
we're about to finish, and I don't see any of them finishing another goal, so I guess it's over.
Yeah, we're a minute away, and once again, GTA 3 wins. I guess, you know what? we're gonna need some real players next year. We're gonna need some real people to take it seriously, to crack out some bingos, because this is 2 years in a row the game has beat everyone that's gone against it.
All right, should we move over to the other
I
room?
shouldn't have failed 2 in 1, but like.
Yeah, why not?
I
Let's
would've got
all
it
give
if I
him
had
give him a
saved,
little
but I didn't
nudge
somehow.
there.
I don't know how I didn't save.
I moved you all. I moved you all.
No, I'm about to do another go. No, I'm about to
Hey
do
there,
another
it doesn't
go.
matter there, cowboy. Hey, finish
there,
two.
it
Doesn't matter there, cowboy.
Wait, is it over?
It's about over.
Wait, is it
You
over?
have like 10 seconds.
It's about over. You all lost.
You have like 10
So
seconds.
close.
You all lost.
So close as well.
Yeah.
Like 20 more minutes.
20 more minutes.
20 more
No,
minutes.
probably
I
a
don't think
lot less.
S would appreciate that.
Yeah, I know. Probably 10 more minutes.
There's an echo.
Yeah, yeah. Mute one of the streams, Pippo. Whichever one you're listening to.
Alright, so who has the most goals?
Yeah, well, the thing is, we don't know if we should, like... People want to say that you will just lose, but I was trying to figure out a way of scoring it.
No, nope.
Yeah, they're
The
not
goal
having
was
it.
2 rows, double bingo, and nobody got
Well,
that. So.
I liked, I think it was GTA 3 wins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
GTA
we all
3
lose, but who has the most goals? Menno?
I'm missing 3.
I'm gonna have 9 when I finish this.
Let's
after
see.
the time is up.
PSA had what, 5? Boss has
8.
What? No, I have 6.
oh, I don't know. The board's changing as I'm looking. Pippo's
Hippo.
going insane. Pippo's making Boss the blackout winner. BR, 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 baby.
Really now? He doesn't even play by the rules of bingo and suddenly he wins.
What? Nobody got the... Okay.
Nobody won.
Alright,
Yeah.
well, we can't figure out how because Pippo's ruined the board. Someone look at the VODs and figured out who did the most goals or the closest to finishing 1 line or whatever.
I'm missing 1 goal for 1 line, and that is I fought the law, and I'm like...
Yeah, well, Menno's missing Watch the Pain as well. On
Yeah.
1.
Alright, I didn't... so I started a new save to do the go, and I still didn't do it. So I end up with 8 goals.
Yeah, we
Boss,
had
I
lots
want
of...
to. I want to do like a mini interview real quick.
Alright, go on.
Boss, I gotta ask
Yeah?
you, what was going through your mind when you were doing backwards 3 bands?
He was suffering.
It was so
I just
funny.
want to ask, did you not? I don't want to like put you on the spot because I think you did a fantastic job. But did you think that maybe you should have grabbed like an M16 or a rocket launcher to blow up the vehicles instead of trying to use the Uzi the whole time?
Well, I wanted to do it as legit as possible.
Okay, I commend that. Yeah, that was my favorite part of the run. That was easily the best part.
Yeah, it was so fucking funny watching you like try to reverse into them and then like be like you overshoot it and then you realize you can't accelerate, so you have to turn around.
Oh my
So
god,
good.
I just wanted to do the last goal, and the FBI car ran me over out of nowhere. Fucking end me. I would have gotten the complete row like right now, but it's over.
Actually, I had a plan, but when I realized I wouldn't have enough time, I just tried to do as many as possible.
Right.
So I liked backwards 3 bands. I liked pretty much everyone locking themselves out of the 2-in-1 multi-story mayhem USJ, and I also really liked the attempts of New Adito. Best parts of the run.
It worked out really well.
Yeah, it actually did.
Not for Boss.
Yes.
Well, it is Boss after all.
Wow.
Oh.
No, I have
Alright,
8
well,
goals.
I guess we'll move on to San Andreas 100%.
Might as well. I know the people are waiting.
Yeah, and in the end, nobody wins.
GTA 3 wins again.
Yeah. Well, thanks everyone for watching.
The board was good, but it was like slightly too long, sadly.
Yeah. Maybe next
Just
year.
like last year, the GTA 3 wins.
Just like last year. Maybe next year someone will beat GTA 3.